Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, and welcome people to episode 287 of Dude, I'm so battered. I am one of your co-hosts, Mark Foster, and as ever, I am joined by...
Foster, hello everybody.
And...
Never, ever, ever play New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe on the Switch with a 5-year-old. Ian Loring.
Yes.
You did the day in the wrong order.
What?
You did the day in the wrong order.
True.
You did good afternoon, good evening. No, you did good afternoon, good morning, good evening. It was in the wrong order. It freaked me out.
Is it? It's all over the place now.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
He's a fucking scroll.
Yeah, it's 2019 and it's got off.
Shit's just gone weird.
Shit's got real. We don't have a main review. It's our 2018 in review show, where there's 3 of us this year. There's usually only 2 of us, and that was 3. So,
and we've got 4 lists.
And we've got 4 lists because we have Noah's list. Noah was supposed to join us, but then he said, "I don't want to because I don't like it."
Fuck you guys.
So he's not, but he has sent us his list, and so what we'll do is we'll read that out as we're reading out ours in the same sequence. So I was explaining to Becky
Don't try and do my Korean accent.
I'm not going to do that now because it will get embarrassing, and if I see Noel, I'll have to apologise to him.
Give you that stern glare.
He'll give me a stern glare and go. I'll go. Sorry. Yeah. So I was explaining to Becky because she's her first year on this.
I'm new.
And you never listen to our NBA shows because
You never listen to any of your shows.
yeah, no, so fuck you.
Hi.
That we fuck you. That we do it 10, 9, 8, and then we usually do our disappointments, don't we?
Yes.
And then we do 7, 6, 5, and then we do our surprises, and then we do 4, 3, 2, and then we do our worst of list, and then we each do our number ones, so that we've gone from positive, a little bit of negative, positive, some more positives, more positive, real negatives, and then boom, drop the bomb.
I don't have.
No, you don't have that many, do you?
No.
Yeah, you don't have 5.
You told me I didn't have to do.
You didn't. This year you don't have to do as many, no, but next year you have to do all of them. So yes, so there's that.
A couple of surprises though.
Yeah, that's good.
Thank you.
Thank you. I didn't mean it like that. I wasn't congratulating you.
Oh, I thought you were saying like well done.
No, I wasn't saying well done. You should get 5 for each.
Fuck off. It wasn't that surprising.
Actually, my surprises were quite good this year. So obviously, I do mine based on everything I've watched since the last time we did this show that was released in a cinema or VOD or anything like that. Mm. You did the same, don't you, Ian?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
even though my one is I'm calling mine the Shape of Water memorial list for the fact that the Shape of Water would probably have been very, very high up in there if I hadn't have thought, fuck me, the Shape of Water doesn't feel like a 2018 film in the slightest. And so I haven't included it.
Well, I've called mine the Phantom Thread Memorial List because I had to message Ian yesterday and say, Ian, was the Phantom Thread 2018? Because I knew it later, I just forgot it was released last year. And it was a good month after we did the list.
Yeah, it was February, wasn't it?
Yeah, and so I have for too many years picked a film as my number one that was released in February or fucking March or late January. So I figured it was about time that I didn't. So yes.
Nice.
But fuck it, I say we get into it. Becky, would you like to start us off with your number 10? Are you guys okay with this fucking off and just getting into it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, let's do it. What?
So what?
Even if you just said no, I'd still fucking do it.
10, 9 and 8 of best.
Well, no, you'd start number 10 first.
Yeah.
And then Ian will do his 10 and I'll do my 10.
Oh, of best or worst?
Best. Did you just not listen to a fucking thing I just said?
I'm confused, Marv.
Too many numbers.
Becky, just do your number 10 and then we round robin it.
Yeah.
Right, okay, so my number 10 is... actually could have potentially, if it hadn't gotten my best of, been in my surprises, but then I don't know why I was surprised because of the cast. Destination Wedding.
Ah, good choice.
Fucking hell, righto. Okay.
I just found it really, really charming, and it was a pleasure to watch.
Oh, good. Good on that. So you're not going to go into more of that, you're just going to go into that. This could go quicker than we fucking thought.
We talked about this recently. We talked about the film.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm down with that shiznit.
Well, yeah, I mean, the chemistry between Winona Ryder and Keanu Reeves is what that movie lives and dies on. It just, them together is fantastic.
It's only them who speak in the film.
Well, yeah.
And I it wasn't in my what is it, but I can see why it could be definitely in somebody who's really connected with it.
It was a nice movie in a very, very tumultuous year of life stuff around the world, and I just liked it. It charmed me.
Good, cool. Ian, what's your number 10?
So my number 10 is Lynn Ramsey's You Were Never Really Here, which I rewatched last weekend. I'll be honest, it was higher in my list until the rewatch, but I obviously still have an awful lot of time for it. I think Phoenix is pretty fucking mesmerising, despite the fact that he really barely says anything throughout the entire film. It's a very hypnotic, lived-in performance, which I think it bodes well for the Joker. I'm really, really intrigued to see what he does with that after You Were Never Really Here.
It reminded me, his performance of it reminded me of there's a little scene De Niro film called Jackknife, where he plays a Vietnam vet, sort of getting back into life, and he's got that very much. De Niro literally cut out a good 30-40% of the lines in it and just doesn't say them. But yeah, it reminded me a lot of that, to be honest.
Okay.
I think about it since it's been one of those things that's been on my mind quite a lot.
No, nice, no, fair play. The Johnny Greenwood score is fucking fantastic as well. Really weirdly kind of both atonal but quite listenable as well. It was very offbeat. So yeah, no, You Were Never Really Here, and also it's 89 minutes long. So fucking A. So yeah, number 10, You Were Never Really Here.
Cool.
Stop shielding the iPad from me.
Shielding Becky from my iPad so she can't see what I'm fucking going to say. No, because I've actually changed my mind.
Oh.
Yeah, I've actually changed my mind on this one. Because my number 10's been my most difficult spot so far.
Yeah.
And it's been between a few.
Okay.
And Ian's just actually spurred me on there to go for You Were Never Really Here as well.
Oh, nice.
I'll tell you what it previously was. Up until that, where I thought, no, do you know what? I did prefer You Were Never Really Here. It stuck with me more. My one I was previously going to choose was Vice, which I think we're going to talk about in a couple of weeks.
Oh, anyway.
Great. Which we might not talk about in a couple of weeks. I'll talk about next week, though.
Great.
I will talk about next week. You Never Really Hear. Yeah, it's a film that's kind of stuck with me. I felt uneasy watching it whilst I was watching it, But then, as kind of time gone, like you said there, but it's kind of percolated with me, and it really has kind of stuck. And Phoenix is fantastic. There's a great, weirdly, I think that my standout moment from him in the entire film is when he's getting oddly, it's when he's getting the car ready.
Yeah.
And he's getting the sweets and the cans of drink out and putting them around, and it's such a that scene on its own. It's all right. It doesn't feel that much, but then when he picks the girl up and he says to have a drink, have something to eat, and she says no, and he says no, I really think you should. And it's to kind of get that for him. It's a way of calming her down, of kind of getting her to calm down and getting her to feel safe. And it's clearly well thought out, and it's very specific what he's got. He's not bought water and things like that. He's bought things that a kid will relate to. So yeah, I'm glad I changed my mind on that one. I feel
funny, isn't it, how different things affect people in different ways? Like, I really liked You Were Never Really Here. Yeah. But it didn't get.
You've established a lot that you're a cold person.
I'm not a cold person. I'm not at all. In fact, looking through my list, like the vibe of it's just a nice film in a bit of a shitty year, kind of comes up a fair bit, to be perfectly honest.
Cool. So it is actually your number 9. Then.
Isn't it not?
It is number 10. Actually, yes. Good point. We nearly forgot about it now.
Was there a point to You Were Never Really Here? Because the other film that you just mentioned there, you know, it's interesting that you've gone for a film at number 10 that that like had some sort of meaning.
Yeah, I liked Vice.
I liked Vice, but I also. I suppose we'll talk about it, but I just thought it was fucking right. Yep, great. Yep, Dick Cheney's a bastard. Cool. What are you going to do next, Adam McKay? Like Saddam Hussein was a bit of a naughty man. I know. Hitler was complicated. I just fucking. Well done. Bravo.
Noel's number 10.
Yes.
Was. Suede the Insatiable Ones. Wait about
that. Right, and I'm supposed to be fucking totting these up for an overall top 10 as well, aren't I? So I probably need to start writing that. Right.
Oh, what, do you give them points?
Yeah.
So the number 10 would get 1, and then the number 1 would get 10, and...
Yeah.
Exactly that, but... I'm also, like, having a few drinks tonight, so I'm really hoping my maths works out here.
Fair enough.
Right.
Have you done it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Destination Wedding's not going to come up again, so I don't think I have to keep tally of that.
Oh, fine.
Sorry.
Number 9?
Go on, do number 9, Bex.
Okay, so my number 9, in a similar vein to number 10, is Ballad of Buster Scruggs. Which I'm actually really quite glad that, because it's a Netflix film, and they've had a few misses this year, and I'm actually quite glad that there's a Netflix film on here.
Yeah.
I love Coen Brothers movies. I haven't met a Coen Brothers movie I haven't liked, to be perfectly honest. I don't think of her.
It's a good turn of phrase that. I haven't met a Coen Brothers film I didn't like.
Yeah, I don't think you have. No, I think.
I like that.
No, I think you've pretty much liked everything, haven't you?
Yeah. I like their shtick.
Yeah.
But I love the anthology sort of aspect of this one. There's skits that I like better than others. The first one and the last one for me are probably the standouts.
Yeah, you really liked the closing one, didn't you?
I really did. I watched a fucking whole movie of that.
Yeah, you were a big fan, weren't
you? But yeah, I just think, you know, it runs the gamut of emotions, doesn't it? It's got like tragedy and singing and depressingness and happiness and all sorts of shit.
It's a bleak movie, actually.
It's quite bleak, but it's presented in a really upbeat way.
Why? Because the guy sings at the beginning.
Some singing.
Because of singing, yeah. And there's pan shot.
Sharp, yeah. Yes, that's my number 9. Thumbs up.
Nice.
Yeah, go on then, Ian. What's your number 9?
My number 9 is Damien Chazelle's First Man. Just almost for the just sheer force of the cinematic vision that it has, as much as anything else. I think Gosling is very good, but I'm not surprised he's getting like no awards buzz whatsoever. It's not a showy performance. It's
it's stoicism of the highest order, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You've seen it now.
Right.
I have seen it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Yeah. So, and Becky, have you seen it?
I haven't. No, it's not.
It's not something
it's not your bag.
Any boxes.
Didn't speak to me.
No, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, it is stoic. Yeah, that's very good. That, yeah, exactly that. But I suppose action in quote marks sequences of like the tests and then the actual like flight and landing and whatnot are like ball tighteningly intense. At least they were on the cinema screen.
It's a beautiful turn of phrase, that, Ian. I love it.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, so but also I thought that the way that it's combining this kind of almost handheld in the home Malikian aesthetic with the grand epic space flight stuff, I thought worked well. I mean, considering how La La Land and Whiplash landed, I mean, like, they were my favourite films of 2016 and 14, I want to say, respectively. So, like, this is obviously not my favourite Chazelle film, but I also think it's one that's maybe unfairly disappeared, at least from the technical side of things. If admittedly not like best actor or best screenplay or anything like that, but I think it's a film that packs a visceral punch, and yeah, I'm happy for it to be in my top 10.
Yeah, it felt to me a bit like an action adventure sci-fi procedural movie that also has this weird 50s indie film in the middle of it.
Sure, yeah.
And none of those are criticisms at all. I was surprised how it went with the. I will say it's not in my top 10. I did really like it.
Sure.
I was surprised how it went for adventure rather than drama sometimes in the sometimes in the space bit, where they're going, fucking look at this. Look at what they did. Look at what they did. And they did it 50 years ago. It's mental.
Yeah.
And you watch me going, actually it is mental. We can't do that now.
Did we though?
Yes, we fucking did.
Oh.
Did we though?
Done. Because literally the knock you're about to hear is Mike getting here to tell you off.
Was Mike very passionate about this?
He gets very angry if you kind of said that the moon landing didn't happen.
But what about the flag flapping?
What?
In the wind, isn't it?
If Mike wants to fucking tweet you about it, he will.
We get to stall a wind or some bullshit.
I don't care. It happened. As long as we can stop saying fucking Kubrick directed it, then I'm fine with that. After we told him that he invented the fucking selfie and other things and all this bullshit that we bestow upon the man. It's my number 9, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, fuck this shit. Thank you. Cool. My number 9 is Game Night.
Good for you.
Who's putting that in?
Yeah, Game Night. I really, really enjoyed it, and I like a comedy film.
Yeah.
I also there's so much of it that I just really enjoyed.
It is cracking.
One guy being dumb as fuck. One girl thinking she slept with Denzel Washington, and then finding out that it wasn't. It was a guy who almost looked like Denzel Washington.
Not really.
The realization in that sequence as well, where like at the start he does kind of look like Denzel Washington. It's like every single time it cuts back to him, he looks less and less like Denzel. It's very good.
So you go, he looks nothing like Denzel.
Yeah, no, it's great.
It's not even like he's also a handsome man. She has literally slept with him because she thought he was Denzel.
Yeah.
I
like is it the Irish lady?
Yes.
She's good.
And I also, I find, I know, for instance, Noel can't get on with Jason Bateman. I find his deadpannery.
I love his delivery
to be amusing, and
Matt Damon's great in it as well.
And Rachel McAdams is always delight in everything.
Yeah.
In that, her dancing around with the gun is fantastic.
It was. Sorry, Becky.
No, go on.
I was just going to say it was almost in my surprises.
When she gets him the squeaky toy to bite when she's trying to sort his gum shot out as well.
Yeah, it was.
That whole bit's great.
That whole bit is fantastic. Yeah, so game night. It's that one where I thought, you know what? Have there been better movies than it out this year? Yeah, probably. But this is my best and favourite films of the year. It's not the films that I think are the 10 best films of the year.
No.
That's a different list that I don't care about. I care about what I think are the best films of the year.
And you've got to take into account, if that came out this year, we've rewatched that twice.
3 times.
3 times?
I've rewatched it 3 times.
Have you?
Yeah. Maybe 4.
It's got legs.
Yes, and they're red kind of legs, and they're very nice.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yes.
I'm not looking at your fucking screen.
So, literally, I am blocking my screen with my arms. Noel's number 9 is A Quiet Place.
Very good.
He liked the farm life on it.
The farm life. The quiet life.
Yeah, he liked that. So that's what I like. Let's live on a farm.
I'd like to live
where everyone shuts the fuck up.
Yeah.
But obviously in a Mancunian accent, which I won't do.
No, don't do that.
I might do them in every other accent, but...
Please don't.
I might.
Please don't, because it'll escalate into, like, country accents and then it'll just be a bit racist.
Yeah, it'll do. I'll break up the Nelson Mandela thing, which I retired a long time ago.
Yeah, don't do that.
I won't. Trust me, I will not. Go on then, Bex, what's your number 8?
My number 8 is Avengers Infinity War.
Is it?
It fucking is, yeah.
I fucking thought that was going to be higher.
No, well, you see, it maybe, do you know what, maybe given, I don't know, it maybe could have been a couple of places higher. Mark says that 6, 7 and 8 can be interchangeable. So I've gone with that. But Infinity War for me, I was a bit of a snob about Marvel movies for a long time, and a bit like, oh no, I'm not going to get all invested in this comic book movie bullshit. Because I think a lot of it was because I don't like Iron Man. I don't fucking like Tony Stark, and I'm looking forward to him getting killed off in Endgame. Well, tough shit. But the rest of them around him, the characters have grown so much, and they've been around now for such a long time, but they're well beloved, and they're like part of our pop culture lives. They're just there, and like
they've almost become like the Marvel films have almost become like a weird kind of TV series that also happen to be massive movies.
Yeah, absolutely, and and you're really invested in the well-being of these characters, apart from Tony Stark. I
think a lot of people are invested in Tony Stark there.
I'm not. Don't like him. Oh, if you go back though, like the Iron Man movies, like the first one, the first couple are really dated.
Yeah.
I
like Iron Man too.
Yeah, whatever.
Why is everyone always saying that?
I think the way that they've pulled all. I mean, obviously it's one of the last 2 films of this phase, and then they're moving on with new people and with new storylines and blah blah blah. But the way they've pulled all the threads together, I think, is really, really well done. They've obviously plotted this out from fucking ages ago, and everything. As much as you can say, well, there's no kind of what's the word you use for it? When you know that they're not going to die, there's no tension there. Essentially,
yeah.
you're not worried about them because you know that there's a fucking Spider-Man movie coming out, and alright, Spider-Man turns to dust, but clearly he comes back.
He is,
Do you know what I mean? But it was still affecting when he did.
It still packs a punch.
And it absolutely fucking stands upon a home rewatch as well. The worry with these big movies sometimes is, are they gonna be as good on a small screen in a living room? And it was.
Well,
yeah, absolutely was.
What I would say that is why it did drop out of my 10. I thought it was going to be my top 10, but it did drop out on rewatch. I think struggled with it a little bit.
Really?
For the third time I watched it in a fucking year, I did struggle a little bit. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
I watched it again the other day.
And, so I did struggle with it a little bit there. I found myself drifting out of it a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're going to the third fucking
Stop looking at my screen, Matt.
Fucking shield it, motherfucker. Shield it.
Just don't look.
Just shield.
Just have some self-fucking control.
What? It's there.
Don't look at it.
That would be like you undoing your top and saying, "Don't look at my boobie."
Don't you look at my boobie.
And it's in your top, so I can't. But if you got it out and I want it was there, I wouldn't be. I'd not look at it, would I?
Just have some fucking self-control.
No.
Okay.
No, get your boobie out.
So number 8, Infinity War.
What's your number 8?
Do you guys want to mute your mic for a couple of minutes or something? Like, fuck. Dear Lord. My number 8 is Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again.
Genuinely, I was worried when you said to me the other day something that I thought was going to be my top 10 dropped out, and I thought, I hope it Mamma Mia.
No. Yeah, Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again. Even on a rewatch, this thing is just the best. Well, it's not the best. There's 7 other films that I think are better, but you know what I mean. It's it's so much fun, and unlike the first one, I mean, like, because if I could have an overall surprise of the year, it would be the Mamma Mia franchise. Because I'd not seen the first one before this year either, and the first one is barely a movie. It's just whereas the second one actually tells quite a nice, affecting story about generations and doing right by those who came before you, but also it's about Lily James's fantastic legs. It's about Fernando. Rewatched it last week, and that whole Fernando sequence where it ends in this fucking fireworks, it's a stand-up and applause moment, quite frankly. I find it an absolute delight from start to finish, whereas with Mamma Mia, I think it takes a while to warm up that film. And it's one of those ones where everyone's having a lot of fun, but like thankfully that actually translates to the on-screen stuff as well.
Which can sometimes be a criticism of some like comedies, for instance.
Yeah, exactly. That they're too
comedies
smug.
you can sometimes feel like, do you know what? You're entertaining each other on set. You're not entertaining me watching the fucking thing.
No, exactly. But
whereas the energy in that movie comes across.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it knows what it is, but it's a better film than the first one is. Which I think it's a testament to Ol Parker. I think the director is. He also did. I believe he also did the Best Exotic Marigold Hotel films. So good on him. Just the fucking start of the Dancing Queen sequence with Colin Firth and Stellan Skarsgård doing the Titanic thing. It's a delight. It's a film full of delights for me, and I find it very entertaining. So Mamma Mia, here we go again. It's in my top 10, fuckers.
Nice, love that. My number 8 is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Okay.
It is, like I say, I hate the phrase game changer, but for animation in cinema, especially computer animated films, it's taken what is possible and shown us that the supposed big companies that do this, so like your Pixar's and your Disney, and I know Pixar and Disney are the same company, but your Pixar's, Disney, and even to an extent like Illumination and things like that, they've not been pushing the envelope at all. They've been coasting along on what people think is achievements and what people think is, oh my god, look what they're doing in the movement. Look at how that hair flows. Fuck how that hair flows. I want to see this mad shit that Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse throws out at you in the first 10 minutes. There's more invention in the opening fucking credits of this movie than there has been in any animation film in the past 4 or 5 years. It is an absolute visual delight, which also manages to pull off a really, really good story within it. I saw a kid in my shop the other day who was wearing a Spider-Man costume, and he had a hoodie on with his hoodie up. And I looked at it, and I didn't say anything, and I looked at him and thought, he's Miles Morales in it. He right now, he's not, in his brain, he's not Spider-Man Peter Parker. He was Miles Morales. It was too pointed, the way he had it done, for it not to be. It was really cool. I'm very much looking forward to what they do with another one of these. The directors deserve huge credit. The voice casting was all spot on. It's funny, it's engaging, it's emotional. It's a great compliment to a lot of people that great comic book content we're getting out there.
Very good.
Noel's number 8 is the John Carroll Lynch movie Lucky. Noel said the reason why that was his number 8 was it's where he wants to get to.
That's what he wants
That's
to
what
be.
he wants to be.
Doing yoga and drinking Bloody Marys.
Doing yoga, drinking Bloody Marys, and shouting cunts at people.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and been busy mates with David Lynch.
Well, standard.
Yeah.
What next?
So next we are on to our biggest disappointments. So with these, have you got any for these?
I haven't, but I have got a couple of honourable mentions.
Honourable mentions, because what we do with this, we just run through our... Do we back and forth? We do on this, don't we? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Do you want to just give us your disappointments then? Because you've got a couple of honourable mentions rather than 5 to 1.
Yeah, but they're not honourable mentions for disappointments.
Oh, honourable mentions. What is it?
That would have made my best list if.
Well, we do those. We do those for our number 1s.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just shut up then.
Ian, do you want to give me your number 5 biggest disappointment?
Leave No Trace.
I
talked about it last week.
Yeah.
I refer you to that.
Yeah. Mine is Roma.
Okay, yeah.
5 biggest disappointments in the fact that I just don't see the point. It's not bad enough to be in my bottom 10 by any stretch of the imagination. That would be disingenuous. But it's also not. I just don't get the point. Just don't get it. So go on then. What's your number 4?
Duncan Jones is Mute.
Oh, you piece of shit.
Fuck it, that. It's not a good film.
I accept it as a disappointment. If it had been your worst 10 list, I'd have been angry.
Yeah, it's weird that was last year as well. That feels like that film's just
a
gone.
lot longer ago. Yeah,
like it really does though, eh? It such a fucking misfire for me. But yeah, Mute.
My number 4 is The Meg. Although I enjoyed The Meg, I was disappointed that it wasn't more violent.
My number 3 is The Meg. I enjoyed the Meg, but I was disappointed it wasn't more violent.
Is that the reason? Yeah.
Basically, yeah. It's like, it's Jason Statham and a giant shark, and you PG-13 the living shit out of it. Just come on.
Yeah. See?
Did he punch a shark at any point in that movie?
He didn't punch a shark.
Stabbed one in the eye.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's not. Yeah. So that's why that's my biggest disappointment.
Yeah, for sure.
So my number 3 is Hereditary, a movie that I enjoyed more than I think I actually. No, I think I enjoyed it more than I thought I did. I like the fact that the ending is just complete nonsense, and that people try to put meaning towards it. But from how good the trailer was, how meh the film was for the large portion of it, and the fact that I thought it was quite funny at points, and then was told frequently by people, it's not funny at any point, and I'm going, but what about this point, and this point, and this point? It's like, no, it is not, it is deadly serious.
What about the little girl gets her head chopped off? That's not really funny, man.
Are you sure that it's not funny at points? So yeah, so that's Hereditary.
Being laughable and being funny are different things.
That's a good distinction. That, fair play.
Yeah, but I still think it was.
You still think it was funny?
I still think it was funny. Yeah, I still think it was a black comedy. But I expected more horror from it, and it's not a horror.
Really isn't a fucking horror now.
No, so that was my number 3 disappointment. What's your number 2 disappointment, bud?
The Predator. What the fuck?
I liked The Predator.
So it's not in your bottom 10?
No.
Was it?
No. Like, it just... My key reaction out of that is disappointing. It's...
Well, I was gonna have it in my disappointment, but I just took it out because I was more disappointed in the 5 movies that I've got. Because I think I liked it a lot more than you did, but I was disappointed that we didn't get a balls out. It wasn't the movie I expected Shane Black to deliver.
No, it
was the generic Predator reboot I was expecting.
Yeah, and I mean that I don't know. I mean, like, the trailers like had us concerned and whatnot, but it just didn't work. Like, I don't really get. It doesn't really feel like there was a coherent vision for it, and I get the feeling that maybe Fox got in the way, but still, it's such a shame that Shane Black has taken a couple of years out of his life to make that. Yeah,
I agree with that, absolutely. My number 2 is Sorry to Bother You.
Oh, shit, okay.
A shitload of hype for a movie that fails to deliver on so many levels, but people think it's really cool to say it's really cool because it's edgy. And it's not subverse, it's not any of those things, it's just a bit dull by the end.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So it's not bad enough to be what is it? I'm not.
I think you can call the end dull.
I think I can. It's dull.
You're running around with horses' heads.
Yeah, I find it dull. You can go on fucking Instagram and see dickheads with people's fucking horses' heads on. There's all those fucking mask things you can buy off fucking Amazon. It's not that fucking hard. Well, you don't take that long off fucking cable where you can come up with it, is it?
No.
So there you go. So you just proved my point. Thank you. What was your biggest disappointment of the year, Ian?
Suspiria.
Is it you've gone for that?
Fucking...
This is quite interesting, then.
I remember when the trailer came out, I was sat outside at my mum's place when we recorded the Anon and Cargo show.
Yeah.
And we talked for like 15, 20 minutes about how fucking good this film looked.
Yeah.
Luca Guadagnino, like Dakota Johnson, Tilda Swinton, it was all the pieces were in place. You just got this film from a guy who thought he was better than the fucking material, didn't really seem to actually want to make the remake of Suspiria, that he was talking about how much he wanted to remake Suspiria, and instead you get this. You get Tilda Swinton playing fuck knows how many roles. You get Tom York warbling in the background. you get an ending which is just fucking laughable. Not black comedy, laughable. And it
How close is it to your work, to it being your bottom 10?
Oh no! The thing is, you kindly said I could break the rule, but I decided not to. You know, for consistency of not having a film appear in more than one list. This would have been in the. It would have been in the mix. It wouldn't. It's not the worst film I've seen this year. It's not. It looks good, and there are occasional there are sequences there's a sequence about half hour, 40 minutes in where Susie's doing a dance and it kind of causes someone else to die horrifically, which is very, very well done. But I was really, really deflated by it and annoyed by it. And the thing is, I mean, the horror genre is one that it's easy to not respect. And it's, horror's very easy to make. It's like when people go into the film industry, oftentimes the first thing they make is a horror film because it's cheap. It's easy to get financing, and you can make them cheap and quick, and it gets your foot in the door. And so that's led to horror being seen as the red-headed stepchild for a long time. Like Paramount with the Friday the 13th films, they were embarrassed by them basically. But now horror is, it seems to be an in thing, and Blumhouse doing their thing, and Jordan Peele, with Get Out, and so it kind of feels like prestige horror, which is in a way something like Hereditary seems to be.
The idea of prestige horror has become a thing, hasn't it?
Yeah. And so you've got Suspiria. And then it's a fucking fart in an elevator. And it's had no cultural significance whatsoever. It did not do that well at the box office. I mean, fair fucking play to Mubi for getting this on as many screens as they did. And I'm pretty sure it got into the top 10 on the week of release. It reminds me of the week that Antichrist opened and got into the top 10. And, and it's just like Antichrist is in the fucking UK top 10 films. And good on them for that. But again, also, when Mubi got the rights, it was, uh-oh.
Yeah. It set off a lot of what is it. And to be honest, it's that film quietly bombed.
Yeah, and it was a film that I bought a ticket for at LFF and didn't go because I was that concerned about it, and I'm so fucking glad I didn't go. I am so glad because
that would have been a big disappointment.
Because I just went to see this after work in the Cardiff Cineworld, whereas if I travelled to fucking London to see it at LFF, Jesus, I probably would have had a couple drinks in me as well, and Lord knows what would have happened. Maybe it should have been on my worst of list, quite frankly, the more I think about it, but I'll leave it there. Suspiria, it's dog shit. I look forward to you two watching it.
I do and I don't. My biggest disappointment is the other big horror release of the year, Halloween. Yeah.
Okay.
I gave it so much kind of credence and these guys must be doing it for a reason. They must have a great idea. Jim Lee Curtis will just come back to nothing. And then what we got was a Halloween sequel.
Mm-hmm.
Just a Halloween sequel. Fine. It's a Halloween sequel, isn't it? Anyone can do a Halloween sequel. Fucking Busta Rhymes did a Halloween sequel. I'm not saying it's as bad as that, but I'm saying it was just a Halloween sequel. That was all it was. It was nothing new, nothing. Yeah, a lot of people criticised Rob Zombie's version of it, and I can see absolutely why. But at least Rob Zombie did something different. Whether or not it worked, whether or not it was wrong what he did, or anything like that, is immaterial. My point is, at least he did something different.
Yeah.
This just felt like a Halloween sequel.
I'm terrified about rewatching that just because I think I enjoyed it because those seats in that cinema were fucking lovely, and I had a buzz on.
Yeah, I'm the same. But yeah, that it was a buzzkill of a movie for me. I'd prefer to carry on drinking, to be honest. So yes, that was my that was their biggest disappointments. So we'll fly back in. Fly with your number 7, Bex.
My number 7 is stop shielding the screen. I'm not even looking. Is Apostle.
Is there? Very nice.
Apostle. Okay.
With obviously Dan Stevens, Lucy Boynton, Michael Sheen. We spoke about it at length on one of the other shows. It's bleak as fuck, but it's just,
very bleak movie.
It's just fantastic.
You've just got through telling us about how yours is quite a joyous little list of like things that are happy, and you thought the fucking Apostle.
Look, some are and some aren't. All right. But yeah, and I think it's interesting in that obviously there's a lot of different horror elements in the movie, and it runs between the different, from sort of outright kind of like monster in the cave kind of horror with the lady that's buried underneath the town, and there's the sort of the more mystery sneaking around trying to find out what's going on stuff. It's tense, it's really well acted. Yeah, that's about it really.
Cool.
I've got enough fucking time for your list, Becky. This is brilliant.
That's the Netflix one as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you've got a couple of Netflix ones on yours so far.
Go on Netflix.
Ian, what's your number 7?
Yeah, sorry, you just caught me grabbing a couple of beers from the fridge. My number 7 is Pavel Pavlovsky's Cold War.
One of the ones that I really wanted to get to and just couldn't get to.
So, this is a decades-spanning, heartbreaking, beautifully photographed love story that does everything it does in 90 minutes, but it feels like you've spent 3 hours with them in the best way. It's a gorgeous film. Joanna Kulig in what I think is the lead role, frankly, is fucking incendiary. Like that girl is a talent. And
she looks intoxicating in the trailer, to be honest.
Yeah, no, she's quite a peach, but like it just like she's great in it. And it's lovely and it's sad and it's haunting. But it's not hard work. And there's the kind of like a reveal in the middle of a shot towards the end, which just killed me. It's a heck of a film, is Cold War. I think the other films in my list maybe engendered more out of me than just pure melancholy, and maybe had more of an effect on me because of that. But it's a very, very, very special film, and it's one of those ones that, like, as we get towards the end of the year and we start thinking about what we're going to be doing for like end of the decade coverage, it's one that I want to sit down and re-watch and
reevaluate again.
Yeah, I think maybe it's one that I could see going up. But I think I'd probably need another watch or two first.
Cool. My number 7. There's a reason why this is number 7, right? I'll come in a second. There's a specific kind of like almost in-joke reason with myself. as to why it's number 7. And it's Suede the Insatiable Ones, which was Noel's number 10, incidentally. So it's a... What?
Yeah, you did. I don't know mention it now. Well,
do what?
I thought I didn't even mention Noel's number 10 being that. You did.
I did.
Yeah, I know. I'm just
You told me off, Carl, I wasn't going to.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's Suede the Insatiable Ones. In the midst of... Because growing up when we grew up, we grew up very much within the midst of the Britpop movement, which was always a horrible phrase. I never got on with it. Britpop, it was a disgusting, icky phrase. But so you had the big bands, and essentially you had really.
Yeah, most of the us people that were listening to that music wouldn't have referred to it.
No, it wouldn't have. But it was in the popular vernacular. It was described as Britpop.
Grown-ups called it Britpop.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, let me put it. It is my choice, by the way.
Go on.
Yeah. So you had Oasis and Blur, and that was seen as they were like the big rivals, and they were like the two big sort of heavyweights of it. Then underneath that, you had bands like Pulp, and I think a lot of people put Suede within that and everything, but I always held to it above that. They were the band who were around at Britpop, but kind of stood at the side of it, going, "What the fuck's this shit that's going on?"
They were their own thing.
You know, they were their own thing, and you know, they were a mixture of Brett Anderson, a lot of Bowie and things like that, and then you had Bernard Butler, hugely influenced like Joy Division and the Smiths, and then you had Simon Gilbert, the drummer, who was influenced by like the Clash and the Sex Pistols, and then you had all of these quite androgynous lyrics that came out there, and also as well the documentary goes into it's odd that it's a documentary that is very much endorsed by the band, but there's a key bit I think that Suede fans, and I'm going to go a little bit longer on this one than the previous one, so I do apologise about that. It is a key element of why a lot of Suede fans will watch it is this finally going to be the moment where Brett Anderson actually addresses the elephant in the room, which is always there, which is his quite heavy drug addiction. And he does, and you can actually physically see him get ridiculously uncomfortable as he's talking about it. And you're watching it, and you kind of it's shot with different interviews with the band across different places. And this one's been conducted on like an alleyway near the house that he lived in at the time when he was really deep into a debilitating crack addiction. And you can see him just being he's embarrassed about it. There's no, he basically says himself, there's no glory in this. This isn't rock and roll. This is a man being a drug addict and being a prick about it.
You go, don't you, from being... I hope they talk about the drug addiction because it's stupid if they just avoid it, to going, no, like, we've had enough now. Just leave it alone.
And it is that, but you can see it's something he wants to address and he wants to kind of get out of the way so he can move on.
Yeah.
But also, he's that, and he seems very apologetic about it. And it's a fascinating watch for anybody who I think either likes Suede, just the band, or is interested in that era of music to kind of be shown. Or remember when Britpop was happening and you thought these bands were the important ones? They fucking weren't.
So when you were bouncing around to fucking Parkway, well, this was around as well.
Yeah. Yeah, and so it's that. So it is fantastic. The reason why it's number 7 is years ago, I saw an interview with Brett Anderson where he said that the first track he looked for on an album was always the 7th track because he says it's supposed to be the best track on an album. And every time I buy a new album or get a new album or anything like that, I always look at what track number 7 is. And it is invariably not the best track on the album. But for some reason, that little snippet has always stuck with me from like 25 years ago. Yeah, I know. Thank you. So that was my number 7.
Well, maybe it's a close we were. The taste
7 is... let me just get back to it because I come off the picture. Is Teen Titans Go the movie, which I am delighted that is his number 7. He said the reason why it's there is he really likes the colours.
Fair enough.
Well, Bex, what's your number 6?
Right. I'm really sorry, Ian, and you said you were liking my list. My number 6 is 5.
Righto.
I liked the way that it framed the story. I thought Christian Bale was great as Tony. I liked the little artistic flourishes where, like, stuff like when they were sort of showing who was going to be in what places, and they were doing it with like little, like, person cards and putting them near a model desk and stuff like that. I liked the juxtaposition which came up in quite a few different points in the movie of people sat in comfortable chairs and comfortable offices, making blasé decisions, and then showing the repercussions of those decisions in the violent, bloody form in which they manifested. I thought that was really quite cleverly done. I really liked it. Everyone was great in it. I know the Jesse Plemons element of it bugged the shit out of you, didn't it, Ian?
The thing is, I don't want to harsh anyone's buzz, apart from Mark's. I just, like, I don't know, like... I don't know whether there's a point in giving this a full review, to be honest, because, I mean, like...
I don't think we're going to...
and you guys have laid your cards on the table, but I don't know. I don't think it told us anything that we didn't know already, and I thought that Jesse Plemons' character, and I'm not going to spoil it, but there's a reveal. He's the narrator of the film. There's a reveal about him, which is not based in... Well, part of it is based in fact, but the nature of him is not based in fact at all. And the way he describes his relation to Cheney, I thought was quite cheap. It's a film which I think was just low-hanging fruit, and it's a sledgehammer to crack a walnut.
That comes up in my things later on, which I think you could use that to describe, but in a very positive way.
Yeah, it's same. But I also found that, which I think might be the same film, I found that film also very entertaining, which you guys found Vice.
Yeah.
So, different strokes for different folks, but I will say that I thought Vice was beneath Adam McKay.
Fair play.
It's fine.
You liked the Vex.
I really, really liked it. I thought it was really good, and I think, it presents a lot of stuff that is not public knowledge, and but it presents it in a way that kind of you can follow the thread of it a bit more easily. Like, you might know that this happened and that happened and this happened 10 years later, but knowing the connection between them and knowing sort of, and I suppose watching the way some kind of fairly...
I think there's an element of a lot of people will know all this, but some people won't.
No,
and this shows me.
And I think sort of filling in gaps as well between the big events that happen is, it's maybe not historically accurate completely. Who knows what goes on behind closed doors, but providing kind of a platform to present those big events against, and it doesn't try to get you to sympathise with him, but it does he's not the right man for that kind of job at the start of the movie. He's probably throughout the movie not the right man for that kind of job, but it's just, it's what you say all the time, politicians are just people that can't be trusted by their fathers to run the family business, and that it is very much, he just stumbled into it. Mm. And that's quite frightening as a, and W in the film is presented as just like, he just goes into it, his dad did it, and he's absolutely not the right man for the job. And it is quite scary that people in such positions of power are absolutely fucking clueless.
Quite prescient at the moment.
Well, it is quite prescient at the moment, but you know, it is scary.
It just felt like preaching to the converted for me. I understand that people might not know Cheney and might not know his backstory and whatnot, but I don't think the film did anything that will change anyone's minds. It might educate some people on that guy, but I don't see it I don't see someone going into that film and then, if they know Cheney and having a different opinion about him either way. If you liked Cheney, I think the depiction of him in here, you'd probably kind of think, well, fair enough, he's his own man. And that to camera bit at the end, he kind of states his case quite plainly. Whereas the film that I think Mark was alluding to, that we'll talk about later, I think that is a film which has a broader appeal to it because it's also got some kind of buddy elements and there's some real comedy in it. I mean, there's not really that much. I think it's mental that Vice was in the Golden Globes for Best Comedy or Musical, because literally the only comedic thing about it for me was that Steve Carell was a shade away from Brick Tamland in moments.
Yeah, it was.
Can I also point out, though, that Bohemian Rhapsody won Best Drama at the Golden Globes. So
no, the point taken. The Globes are fucked.
Yeah.
Steve Carell is very, very bad in Vice. Paul Schrader's First Reformed.
That
was actually a weirdly really good segue.
It was actually, wasn't it?
Yeah. Great film. Ethan Hawke, amazing. Don't know how he's not getting more buzz for that fucking performance.
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it is odd how little buzz he's getting.
Like, because it's one of the best reviewed films of the year, and
that
yet
caricature that just puts on a funny voice and wiggles around a bit. You know, he gets fucking nominations out of his ass, doesn't he?
What, Christian Bale for Vice?
But yeah.
But he doesn't wiggle around, does he? He just goes every now and then.
Did he actually get fat for that? Or is it
oh, hell yeah, he did.
Thinking may have
a
little fat. Yes.
Yeah. Your finger instinct.
Children, come on.
Yes, that's number 6 today.
Yeah, Ethan Hawke's fantastic. Love it when he pisses blood. Moving on.
My number 6. Our first repeat, I think.
Go. You've had friends fine.
Our first repeat of people who are in the room, we'll say. Yes, literally, actually. It is Gareth Evans' Apostle.
Oh, shit, the bed.
Yep.
Nice.
It's...
I got one right.
It's grimy, it's bleak, it looks uncomfortable, it looks like nobody had any fun making it because it looked like they were all covered in shit and grime and crap. And it's in a year where we've watched a lot of horror that isn't horror. Here is a horror. A proper horror fucking movie.
And it's got all the horror.
Yeah, and it's got body horror, it's got gore, it's got grime, it's got violence, it's uncomfortable, and it's got the man who nobody is saying should be the new Bond apart from me constantly every time he gets mentioned.
It's so good.
He so should be the new Bond. Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
Go on, sorry, you.
I was just going to say, if we're doing like the Eurovision style, who's in the lead so far? Apostle is currently the Bastards Film of the Year.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and also every time Dan Stevens is successful in a movie, somebody tweets out that picture of him on Good Morning TV.
I love that.
How many guys did you have to beat off to get that role? And he's just playing it poker straight and going, excuse me, what? And he just keeps laughing, and the wonderful thing is, I can't remember who it is that's saying it, just isn't aware of what she's saying, but him and Ben Shepherd are, and he deals with it magnificently. You're trying to find the clip now?
Yeah.
Have you never seen that clip?
No.
Find it afterwards.
It's a peach. It's very good.
Yeah, it's when he did The Guest. You had to beat off a lot of American guys for that role, didn't you? Aye, what? And in fact, they repeat it, goes, yes, I did, yeah. Yeah, so that was my number 6. Noel's number 6 was Mission Impossible Fallout. He said it's because he wishes Tom Cruise was his dad.
Fair enough.
So, Becky, what is your number 5?
Is Tom Cruise old enough to be Noel's dad?
He said it doesn't matter. He is, yeah, genetically, yes. Biologically, yes. Actually, it'd be a bit morally wrong, but Noel's from Manchester.
Mark.
I could get kicked for that, aren't I?
Yeah.
Probably just below the knee on my bad shin.
Yeah.
Go on.
So my number 5 is Lucky. I mean, obviously, it's still quite fresh because we only watched it last night, but it was just...
It's a delight.
Oh, fuck off. You two watched... Oh, bollocks.
I just loved it. I absolutely loved it.
Fuck.
But not in like it's really nice. It's really sad, and there was bits that I was like genuinely tearing up. The one that actually springs to mind is the bit where he's curled up in bed and he looks really like small and frail underneath the white sheet, and it honestly nearly made me like properly burst out into tears. But it's magnificent in it. To say that it was obviously when it was and how old he was. He's fucking spry in those exercise bits that he's doing as part of his morning routine. If you haven't watched it, Ian, I won't. Obviously, there's not much spoiler really, but it's definitely fucking worth a watch, and it's yeah, I absolutely adored it.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, because I know it's going to come up on Mark's bloody list later as well. Fuck.
What's your number 5, Ian?
I had to watch Vice, didn't I? I had to fucking watch Vice. My number 5 is David Lowery's The Old Man and the Gun.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I say something then?
Okay.
My number 5 is David Lowery's The Old Man and the Gun.
Sweet. Fucking A.
I'll let you do your bit on it first, and I'll do my bit.
Yeah, like I don't think I talked about it enough on the show because I know you guys were planning on seeing it, so yeah. I kind of shut up. But it's just it's such a delight. It's just this warm-hearted hug of a film about a career criminal. I mean, it looks great. Like, the fucking film photography is gorgeous. And it feels like a film pulled out of the mid-70s, but here it is.
Well, I've got something to say about that when we get to that.
Yeah, okay. No, I mean, go on, Mark. Go on, say your piece.
Well, yeah, because I watched this. I wanted to get this in beforehand purely because of how much you enjoyed it and how much you liked it. And so in terms of he's talking about the photography there, it's a little bit, how I felt about it is, you've got like the directors who came out of the video generation. So the directors who grew up watching home video. So people like, for instance, the one who always springs to mind and always gets credited for it is Quentin Tarantino, who worked in a video rental store and would watch reams of 70s films. He'd go and watch 70s exploitation movies. But a lot of his cinema there was watching like Japanese films and Asian cinema that the video shop got in and things like that. And so a lot of his movies are that, and Paul Thomas Anderson, similarly, he grew up on a diet of a lot of the same kind of like Parallax View, Scorsese movies and Robert Altman and things like that. And it seems like David Lowery while they were all watching that, David Lowery was out watching things like The Coal Miner's Daughter and Song of the Woodcutter and Hal Ashby movies, and was instead of going out and watching the movies that he shouldn't really be watching at that age, he was watching the movies that he really should be watching at that age, but not the kids' movies. A lot of like that wistful PG movies of the video era and things like that, and it comes across in this. There's no, it's a movie about a career criminal continuing being a criminal.
It's about like you can't deny your true nature.
You can't deny your true nature, but it's such a pleasant film to watch. There's no malice in it.
Oh, he did that other one that I'm too frightened to watch because I think it'll depress me.
Which one?
That
Ghost Story, yeah. But also, well, I to my crime, I still haven't watched Ghost Story. I think it's because I've built up a little bit too much, so I'm a little bit scared to watch it. But the Bloody Saints, I felt that looked fantastic, but didn't quite ever land for me.
Pete's Dragon's
Pete's Dragon's fantastic. Yeah, me and Tig watched it. Pete's Dragon's great, but yeah, I am baffled as to why, when this is Robert Redford, especially since this is Robert Redford's last movie, why he's not being touted for awards season.
It's just, I get
the feeling that it's because it's Robert Redford. If this was, let's say, Bruce Dern, just pulling him out of the air,
sure,
or I don't know. I think if you even threw somebody else of that age who hasn't quite had the iconic success of somebody like Redford, I do think that they, for exactly the same performance, would be getting buzz. But because it's Redford, it's not like, oh my God, you can't go, it's a career best from Redford, because it's not. It's a hell of a performance, but it's not a career best because he's fucking Robert Redford. But he's fantastic in it. Sissy Spacek's great. Danny Glover's fantastic. Tom Waits is brilliant. It's fantastic, and it's 93 minutes long.
Mm-hmm.
It's yet more proof that we don't need to be 2.5 hours long to make a movie. It's brilliant. It's really good. Loved it.
Fantastic. Yeah, no, I'm really glad you liked it, man. It just, Lowry is my latest. I'll just see whatever the fuck he makes.
Yeah, I'm going to watch Ghost Story this week.
Okay, cool.
Just because I think that I'm doing him a disservice because of how much I've liked everything else he's done. I don't think the chance I'm going to dislike it.
Yeah, Rooney Mara Pie Eater is a hell of a film.
I've seen that, but it wasn't that film. And she didn't look that much like Rooney Mara, to be honest.
Rightio.
We know your feelings about Carol already.
Noel's number 5 was After the Screaming Stops.
Oh, fucking...
Yeah, and he said it's because it took him back to the halcyon days of the late 80s.
I tell you what, man, that fucker's in my top 15.
I've seen that crop up on a lot of people's top 10s.
Yeah?
Yeah. So we're going to go now to the biggest surprises.
I have 2 of these.
And you have 2 of these, so I'm going to let you do your bit with the 2 first, and then we'll bounce around our...
Okay, so my 2 biggest surprises. Mamma Mia, here we go again.
Yes.
Bravo.
I fully expected that to be absolute shite before I'd watched either of them, and then I watched the first one and expected it even more to be shite. And it is, as Ian says, delightful. It's fantastic, and I will absolutely watch it again. One top 10 for me, but it really was. It would have been challenging if it had been a top 15.
Yeah.
I would have said. And then my other one is One Cut of the Dead.
All right, fair enough. Yeah,
That was an absolutely out of left field, 100% banging success for me. I absolutely adored that movie. I loved it, loved it, and I would have watched it again immediately afterwards. So, like, you know, like when you watch stuff back after you find out what was twisted, and then you watch them back to find out, oh god, so that's that bit and that's that. I absolutely would. I loved it.
Yeah. Ian, what's your number 5 biggest surprise?
Ocean's 8.
Sorry, that's my number 6 surprise.
Nice.
It's my 5, but it was my number 6, yeah.
Yeah, it's a fucking treat. Like, you think just a reboot of the Ocean's films, but this time it's women, you know, even though I don't mean that disparagingly.
I know what you mean. I think our audience knows what you mean. It feels a little bit disingenuous and a little bit like, really? That just feels like shouting at the wind a little bit. Yeah. And it's not. It actually ends up being a really entertaining ride.
It's a supremely entertaining film, and it kind of seems like there's not going to be another one. I wish there were. I'd watch it.
My number 5 biggest surprise is Mamma Mia. Here we go again.
Sweet.
I'm glad that's cropped up on every one of our lists so far.
So am I.
I utterly despise the ITV special that was the first movie.
It's awful, isn't it?
But this, like I say, I think everyone's summed it up. It's an absolute delight. It's if somebody says to you that they didn't have fun while they watch it, I didn't crack a smile during that movie whilst watching it, they are fucking lying.
Mm-hmm. And
there should be no shame. They might not like the overall movie, but there should be no shame in going, do you know what? Why not crack a smile at something that's a little bit silly?
And just one more time, because it'll be the last time it's mentioned on this show tonight, Lily James's legs.
Ah, yes.
Fucking hell. Deary me.
You commented on them during the review, Becky.
She got some nice pins.
Yeah. What's your number 4, Ian?
One Cut of the Dead.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, man, that fucker's a treat. Just came out of relative nowhere. Great deal of fun. Very, very, very charming. Just like on the first time watch, what the fuck is happening? Like with the mid film credits, a far more successful mid film credits than Vice. No, I like that in Vice, but it's better in this. And then it just turns into this really charming comedy, and a great deal of time for One Cut of the Dead.
Cool. My number 4 is Pacific Rim Uprising, a film that looked like shit, and we actually said on this, Ian, me and you said repeatedly to Noah when he said that he thought it looked quite good, we kept saying, but it looks shit. It'll be shit. It looks shit. There's no way it's going to be good. And then proceeded to go watch it and then review it and go, quite good actually. It's not fantastic, not as good as the first, but it's actually a lot of fun. And I really, really quite enjoyed it. Ian, what's your number 3 surprise?
My number 3 is Lasse Hallström's and Joe Johnston's Nutcracker in the Four Realms.
Oh, nice.
I could see me watching this every Christmas, quite frankly. It's fucking gorgeous. Keira Knightley is having the most fun in this thing. And yeah, it was very charming, very sweet. I don't know why. It kind of feels like one that people will watch in the future and be like, yeah, I really, really like this.
Like a reverse Alice in Wonderland.
That's perfect. Yeah, I mean, all 3 of us went to see it and we all really, really enjoyed it. Seriously, it's fucking good. It is fucking good, is Nutcracker in the Four Realms, and it just got buried.
It did seem to get a bit of a short shrift.
I mean,
came out too early.
I mean, it was weird though because the Grinch came out around the same time, within a week of it, I think, and that did really well.
I think that stole its audience.
It's Nutcracker in the Four Realms. I mean, it was basically marketed for, this is for little girls. That was basically it. But it's, I don't know. Lottie really enjoyed it. She sat through the whole thing and didn't go to. She went to the toilet once right at the end, but it was because she actually needed the toilet for once. it was engaging all the way through, and the look of that fucking thing, it's beautiful. So yeah, Nutcracker in the Four Realms.
Cool. My number 3 biggest surprise: the hurricane heist.
Oh, fucking hell!
You fully expected it to be amazing.
No, I expected to enjoy it. I didn't expect it to be a legit good movie.
It's not a oh.
Now, I admit sometimes I'm an idiot.
Well, yeah.
And this might be one of those times, but I think the Hurricane Heist is a legit good movie. I
think that is literally the best pull quote they'll ever have.
What?
A legit good movie, film bastards.
Yeah. You're welcome to have that Hurricane Heist.
Jesus
yeah, that was mine, yeah. What's your number 2?
Teen Titans Go to the Movies.
Oh, well done. I really want to watch this movie, but I want to watch the series first.
You need to watch the series first.
I didn't watch the series first, but then I went home and Lottie and I watched like 20 episodes without stopping.
You see, I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to watch a load of it and then watch the movie.
Just watch the Waffles episode. It will tell you everything you need to know.
I will watch the Waffles episode, yes. That was your number 2.
Yeah.
My number 2 is the Happy Time Murders. Yeah, because I thought it looked like shit in all the trailers, and then I really enjoyed it. And it has one of although Ian didn't like it, it has one of his favourite lines of the year in it.
What?
Well, you're not a bag of shit yourself. Which I did determined to use at some point in my life.
I did enjoy that, you're right.
Yeah. And I love that.
You're one of the best cops I've ever worked with. Well, you're no bag of shit yourself.
I do think Happy Time Murders is going to be one of those films 4 or 5 years time that finds an audience. And it will be an audience of idiots like me, but it will find an audience. What I will say is, when Happy Time Murders is $6.99 on iTunes, I will buy it.
Yeah?
Yeah. I really enjoyed it. Ian's still laughing at that line.
I might buy it just for that line.
Ian, what's your number 1 biggest surprise?
That and the fucking fireman porn thing. Or what was that? There's when he's in the sex shop, and isn't there like, oh, what the fuck is it?
It's sheep porn.
Oh fuck, I can't remember what happened in it. Can you describe it?
It's the sheep porn. It's the.
Can you describe the sheep porn scene for me? Is that
yes, please.
No, I can't remember it that well. I'm sure.
I don't know. It was like pulling the udders. No, wasn't it cow?
Cow. Yes, it was cow.
It was just the cow going.
Yeah, not the cow's udders.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah. Moving on. Is that my number 1?
Yeah.
Pacific Rim Uprising.
Oh yes.
Like straight up, like. I'm sorry. The marketing was shit. Still maintain the marketing was shit.
It was fucking awful.
But that film is a lot of fun. John Boyega is
charismatic in it.
Is charisma personified. Oh, he's good in the Star Wars films.
I 100% disagree with you on
that. No, he's good. But yeah, just it's Saturday morning cartoon, the movie.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. That is what it is, and that is exactly what Guillermo del Toro wanted it to be, which kind of makes it feel like it's right where it should be.
I mean,
I expected that to be good.
I expected it to be a piece of shit.
No, I mean, like the marketing was so fucking bad for that film, and it didn't do that well either. And you know, it's. I really like Pacific Rim, and I like that it's actually trying to tell a story in that film. But I equally like the fact that Uprising is just like, do you know what? People just want giant robots smashing things and charismatic people on screen. Let's just do that. It's like, all right, then, cool.
Yeah. Yeah, let's take all the interesting bits about Pacific Rim, get rid of them, and show all the violence.
Yeah, and
it shouldn't work, but it does. And I do think that's because Boyega is very, very charismatic in it.
Indeed.
My biggest surprise. Right, Now, you're both going to tell me it's not a surprise, but you're going to have to bear with me.
Okay.
Right? Bear with me. Okay?
Yeah.
Almost. 50 Shades Freed.
Okay.
Surprised
Right?
by that either.
I wasn't surprised by it. What I was surprised, though...
Is that you didn't ejaculate throughout the entire film?
Twice, mate.
Right.
Is what I was surprised about is when they did the little montage bit of the 3 movies at the end of how much I was watching it going, I am really going to miss the adventures of these characters every 2 years. That
you get
is,
a bit emotional.
yeah, that is. If you had told me that I would be at this stage where I am practically clapping and getting just menopause to stand up and fucking clap with me, that if I'd have been at that moment there from the start of the first one, I'd have gone, fuck off. In the same way as if you'd have said, Ian, in a couple of years' time, an ABBA musical will be number 8 in your best films of the year. It was that, and that's what surprised me, is not just how I liked it because I'm an idiot.
How far have you come?
Not even that, just how much I watched it going, I remember we did the pommel horse thing, the pommel horse, Becky! And then just all of it going, I hope it works out for them.
Yeah.
At the end of it all.
You crazy kid.
And if you had told me that at the moment, if you could have paused it and said, at the moment when he says, I'm 50 Shades of fucked up in the first, I'd have gone, this movie doesn't deserve to take itself this fucking seriously now. Fuck off.
Well, that was the problem with the first one, wasn't it?
But Foley just fucking takes it to places in the next 2 where he just goes, oh, you look serious, do you? We don't. We want
to the wrong place.
We want anal beads on pommel horsing. That's what fucking we want. Yeah.
That pommel horse is really fucking...
It's incredible, yes. So, yeah, that was it. 50 Shades Freed is my biggest surprise, just for how emotionally connected I got to it.
Well, at this point, I'm going to go for a wee and think on this for a couple of minutes.
In your eyes, I'm alive. Inside your beautiful, something so unusual. In your eyes, I know I'm home. Yeah. Every tear, every fear, gone with the thought of you changing what I thought I'd do. I'll be yours for 1,000 lives. I'm freezing, but when I'm flying in your cage, I'm diving in deep and I'm riding with no brakes. And I'm bleeding your love and you're swimming in my veins. You got me now. Been waiting for a lifetime for you. Been breaking for a lifetime for you. Wasn't looking for love till I found you. On the night for love till I found you. Skin to skin.
We need to talk to Phil out a little bit.
How do we?
Yeah, so I'll give them Ian Knowles number 4, which is Happy New Year, Colin Burston.
Fair enough.
Yeah. No, so that's because secretly he was in the house at all times, but never in shot.
Oh, really?
Apparently, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, he did well. To
He
stay out.
did well. It was quite sneaky to just stick around and not be in shot.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Did he manage to avoid the misery?
He did manage to. I think it was a little bit like LL Cool J in the movie Toys, where he just kind of like disappeared into the background all the time.
I like him on that one.
The movie Toys is fucking brutal. They managed to make almost like a fucking subversive horror movie within what is supposed to be a nice kids movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite it's a bleak movie. The sort of thing that you'd say is really happy than put on your fucking list.
Fuck off.
Mm.
Anyway, gift.
Have you now?
Yeah.
Have you?
Most happy.
Whoa, look at that! Pummel that horse.
You know that sounds bad. People listening will think I've said something really inappropriate rather than just a Christian Grey gift.
That's glorious.
Isn't it?
It is. It's erotic. Powerfully erotic.
Powerful erotic.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd go like that.
I would.
Where do we go next then?
We got your number 4 next.
Really? we?
Yeah, we do indeed.
When do we do worst of then?
We do worst off between after we've done our number 2, so we do our number 1.
Really?
Yeah, I've explained this like twice now to you on the show and once earlier today. It's really not. It's really not confusing.
We're doing 4, 3, and 2.
Yes.
Then worst of.
And then worst of.
Then honourable mentions.
And then you can throw into honourable mentions if you would like. Yeah.
Then number 1.
And then number 1, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it?
I wish you'd told me this before.
I did. I did.
I disagree.
Well, you're wrong. I was very clear about it all.
People are going to be angry with me.
Oh, dear.
Oh, God. I'm out.
Yeah.
Where's that fucking mic?
Where's the fucking mic?
All right, Ray Winston. You all right? We filled in so you don't have to edit any of that out.
Quality content.
There's some choice content in there.
Well, I appreciate that very much.
Bex, you're your number 4.
Don't beat me.
I don't beat you.
And number 4 is A Star Is Born.
I'm not going to beat you for that. No, that's fine. I'm just glad it made you 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good movie.
Yeah.
Is what?
It's a very good movie. It just didn't speak to me as much as it did, like, everyone else that's male.
Oh, A Star Is Born. Right, yeah.
I think if it was just the Bradley Cooper stuff, I think it could have been higher. I don't think Gaga's performance is as strong as Bradley Cooper's by a long way.
You're wrong, so let's move on. Ian, what have you got number 4?
Fucking hell, Mark. All right, then. Oh, wow. All right, we are... Okay, fine. So, my number 5?
I'm being
4.
surprised.
Yeah, that was slightly uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's the way we roll.
Did we do what Noel's number 5 was?
We did it while you were away.
What was it?
It was Happy New Year, Clyde's birthday.
Oh, okay, fine. All right, good. I'm trying to compile this list, you bastards.
My bad.
I'm actually keeping up with it as well. Hang on. Happy...
Good.
Right, so my number 4 is Mission Impossible Fallout.
Very nice.
So, and I'm just going to have to add to that as well, because Noel's already chipped in with that. So, that is currently leading the film of the year along with Old Man and the Gun. So, yeah, Mission Impossible Fallout. I mean, shit, man, we're going to talk about it in a bit, aren't we? But it's
probably, yeah.
It's fucking brilliant. It doesn't lose anything on rewatch either, which is fantastic. You know, it's one of the best action films of the last fucking insert any period of years. Frankly,
yeah.
It keeps going. There's not a lot of down. It's 2.5 hours long, and there's not an awful lot of downtime, which is fucking mental. It's constantly stuff happening. And, you know, the news this week, Macquarie coming back for the next 2, and it's like, yes, please, go on then, why the fuck not? Send him into space, have him fucking straddling a rocket, actually going out of the atmosphere, you know, like, why, just, you know, fuck, man.
Like, you know he'd want to do it, like, for realsies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just...
delay it for 6 years while Tom actually becomes an astronaut.
Just, what a treat, though.
Like, that's why there's a bit of a gap.
Oh, fuck. It just... That man, I mean, good on him, but good on Macquarie as well, because he, you know, he seemed to have a bit of a troubled way through filmmaking and never quite getting stuff off the ground, but now he's found his home, and good on him, and it's like...
They've found an odd way to make movies as well.
What, the whole kind of just, like, almost come up with it on the spot?
Yeah, literally, it's mental, the fact that they found the location for the climax of that movie and then wrote the movie about it afterwards.
Yeah.
It's mental. It is.
magnificent, I believe is the word you're searching for.
Innovative filmmaking of the highest order, but I think it might come up later on.
Yeah. So we'll move on, but I'm a Fallout's fantastic.
Yeah. My number 4 is John Carroll Lynch's Lucky.
Shit! There, that goes into the lead.
I disagree with you on it being bleak, though. Okay? I thought it was an absolute delight.
No, I didn't say it was bleak. I said it was lovely, but it was really sad, and it is really sad.
There are a few points in it where it does get quite sad. It's fantastic. It's great. David Lynch steals every scene he's in, talking about his tortoise. That's literally, I'm not going to say anything more. But
don't spoil it because it's such a treat.
I won't. What I will say is, I think there's first scene with Lynch in. I will be staggered if Ian doesn't have a beaming smile on his face by the end of it. It will tick a lot of Ian's boxes, I think.
I'm so fucking annoyed that I didn't.
I'm a little bit. I feel a little bit responsible for that, so I find it feel guilty. So yeah, Lucky. Noel's number 4. No, number 3. No. 4. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
What's called Happy New Year, Colin Burster?
Which one have you missed?
Whoa.
Which one have I missed?
What was number 5?
After Screaming Stops.
What was number 6?
Mission Impossible Fallout.
What was number 7?
Teen Titans Go Movie.
8.
Lucky.
9.
Quiet Place.
10.
Insatiable One.
What was his number 10?
The Insatiable Ones. Swayed the Insatiable Ones.
Did you miss out?
I haven't missed any of them.
I swear he said all of those though.
I have said all of this, so I must have been just doing I must have been doing his. What is it? So Noel's number 3.
Yeah.
Is Infinity War.
Okay, all
right. So Becky, what's your number 3?
My number 3 is First Reformed.
Oh, by the way, Noel said Infinity War was his number 3 because he has all of those gems that he keeps on a special book.
Okay. Fair enough. So my number 3 is First Reformed.
Nice.
Ooh. Very nice.
Yeah, it really got to me, to be perfect. It really, really got to me, and it made me really fucking angry. But like in a not in a angry with the film kind of way, just in a angry with the fucking world kind of way. The powerlessness that
you described as impotent rage.
Impotent rage, yeah. But the powerlessness that we all have and ignore the fact that we have by pretending we have some kind of way to affect change. In reality, we don't. And it just made me really fucking angry. But in a good way. In a good way about the film. In a bad way about, like, the world.
Yeah.
So yeah,
the ending shot of First Reformed as well, just like what that means. Just the whole kind of like the world's going to shit, but it's not that I give up, but it's going to shit, but I have found someone that I can at least spend the time that I have with.
Yeah.
You know, it's and they're like, yeah, Amanda Seyfried, man, she's good. Like, she's really fucking good. Like, the fact that she did this and Non and Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again in the same year, like, that's range.
She did something else I watched recently as well.
She was, wasn't she?
Yeah, what was it?
What did we watch? Carry on, I'll find out.
Yeah. That she was in as like a secondary character. So, Ian, what's your number 3, mate?
My number 3 is...
Oh, yeah, in Gringo as well this year.
She was in... Oh, Gringo. Oh, okay. Yeah. My number 3 is the best superhero film ever made, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Excellent.
Spider-Verse is going to be the first Marvel film to win an Oscar. And that's going to drive Marvel Studios fucking mental.
Oh, shit, it is, isn't it?
I reckon.
Yeah, it is, 'cause it's going to win Best
They'll win Best Animated Feature.
Best Animated Feature, yeah.
And
competition.
Doesn't matter, it's going to win it.
Black Panther will get nominations. I kind of get a feeling it's not going to win anything.
No, I don't think it will.
Spider-Verse is the most visually stimulating film I've seen in a goodly long time. It knows it's an origin story and plays with that, but not in a look how smart we are way, because it ties it so inextricably into the story of finding your own origin story and not needing to do what everybody else did and being brave enough to forge your own path. Miles Morales is a fantastic character. He's very, very impactful. Just the character design is amazing. Like, Kingpin is brilliant. The Doc Ock in this is fantastic.
Yeah.
I want to spend more time in this world with these characters. It's properly funny. It moves like no one's business, and it's I don't know. It's odd. It was almost like knowing that they had the Spider-Man, like the Marvel Spider-Man, to fall back on, made Sony take risks with this.
Yeah.
It was almost like a free hit, and they just knocked it out the fucking park. I really, really, really like Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and the 4K of that is going to be a fucking thing to behold.
Yes.
Yeah. That fucking film. It's brilliant. I've been trying to persuade Lottie to go see it again, and she's kind of not having any of it. It's like, But, yeah. It's brilliant.
Cool. My number 3 is Black Klansman. It's... like you say, it is cracking a walnut with a sledgehammer, but I think it pulls it off perfectly. It's. I think the reason why it is because it's the people it's telling off are idiots. So it's telling off idiots, and if you tell off idiots, you have to do it in a bold, brash way. And the people it's not telling off, it's just kind of it's showing you this and showing, look, we're gonna entertain you while telling these idiots off.
It's uncomfortable but entertaining.
Yeah.
It gets in some really, really kind of shocking imagery. The shooting targets it's one of those things where it kind of it comes to them and you're like, oh fuck no.
But also, I think it got me more when I found out
that they were real.
That they bought them off eBay.
Yeah.
That was just like, fucking hell. Why? What the fuck is going on in this world that you can buy those?
Yeah. It's an absolutely excellent film, isn't it? Adam Driver is great in it. John David Washington is great in it. Might as well say now, Black Klansman is my number 2.
Yeah, I thought I had a feeling it might be. Yes.
So yeah, it's just I'm desperate to rewatch it.
Yeah. It's fantastic. Noel's number 2 is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. And he said that he tried to recreate it by hitting himself repeatedly in the face with a Spider-Man comic, and it didn't work.
Is that a reference I won't get because I've not seen it, or
No, just what Noel said about the film.
Oh, you just hit. Yeah. There's no thing where like someone gets hit in the face with a Spider-Man comic in there.
No.
Oh, fair enough.
No. Becky, what's your number 2?
My number 2 is Black Klansman.
3 Ian, what is your number 2, mate?
Tell me something good.
Oh.
Start crying.
I'm close to it.
Dearie me.
Falling. Anyway, A Star Is Born is my number 2. Would very, very much like to watch it again. I was about to do a bit of Lady Gaga, but I thought I'd better not. It's like it's just that classical Hollywood filmmaking, but contemporary, and smashing it out the fucking park. It's what you go to the movies for, I think. It's entertaining, it's funny, it's dramatic. It's genuinely upsetting. I mean, him pissing himself on that stage is just the most fucking. It's cringy, but not in a cringe comedy way. It's just the most fucking uncomfortable thing you'll see.
Yeah, it makes you angry that people are laughing at it.
Yeah.
It's pointing the finger and saying at people, you remember when you were taking the piss 10 years ago about Britney Spears having a meltdown?
Yeah.
You're exactly the same people who will shout at people on Twitter for not taking mental illness seriously.
Yeah.
The Joaquin Phoenix thing, when everyone thought that was real and he was having a breakdown when he was doing, is it I'm Still Here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people were laughing about it, and
yeah, it's the perverse nature of people getting taken down a peg or two.
Yeah.
It might come up later on.
Might. It's Sam Elliott, that fucking look at the end when he's reversing out the driveway.
Oh, yeah.
And, Jesus fucking Christ. And the way the manager talks Bradley Cooper into doing what he does, and just the fact that that's actually believable.
I literally said to Becky that I think if I ever met that guy in real life, I'd punch him in the face.
Yeah.
And I do think his response to that would be, happens a lot, that, actually.
Yeah. No, I mean, and then fair play, that guy's good. I mean, like, Bradley Cooper, man, like, what the fuck's he going to do next? Like, I'm there. It's my number 2, A Star Is Born. Like, if I had another watch of it, who knows?
I think you should tour as Jackson Maine. I think that's what you should do next.
Jeez, the thing is, he won't. Like, it's weird because, like, on the awards circuit, he's very, very clean cut, and it's almost like he's just being the filmmaker, and he's a step removed. And I was listening to this the podcast Vanity Fair do Little Gold Men. They were talking a few weeks back about like how much more traction A Star Is Born would probably get if he looked like Jackson Maine. And it is like on the awards circuit, and it's like, yeah, I kind of see that, and instead of like being the professional Hollywood guy, maybe indulge that.
He's letting Gaga, I think, take all the limelight. He very much wants to be seen as the director more than the actor, I think.
But no,
I think there's a I don't know.
I don't think it helps that she's kind of insufferable in real life. She's very, very lovey.
But I think he maybe just wants to let her bask in the glory of it because he doesn't. He wants the film to be the star thing.
I'm not looking forward to it winning fuck all at the Oscars.
I still think it stands a chance.
It'll get best song.
It will get best song, and I kind of think that'll be it. It rose too early.
We'll have to wait and see on that.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see, but yeah.
Well, Noel's number 1.
Did you know one now?
No, we'll do number 1 before after we've done our biggest, our worst. Yeah. But I went into my number 2 actually, didn't I?
Yeah.
I kind of done that.
Yeah, I know that.
Well, all right. It's Mission Impossible Fallout. I'm not going to say anything more on it. It's Mission Impossible Fallout. We've talked about it a lot.
A bit more praise.
All right, what doesn't get praised about it? Two of the most kick-ass characters in it happen to be both the female characters in it. Literally, the big beefcake dudes in it, the arm reloading motherfucker, and
that scene is magnificent.
And fucking can do anything motherfucker gets saved by a tiny little English, but actually she's Norwegian lady who is badass as fuck. There's a point in that, and I'll come to one in a second. There's a point in that movie where she sneakily takes down a guy by jumping over a railing and literally just sweeping him over using nothing but her thighs. And I'm thinking, I'd be fine with that.
That's her special move, though. I pointed this out when we watched it the other day.
It's her Hadouken.
It's her Hadouken.
Yeah.
Jump on her shoulders and squeeze the life out of them with your crotch in their face.
Yeah. At that, I'd be like, I'm fine with that.
She does that in the last one, though, as well, doesn't she?
Yeah.
But in a long, sweepy dress.
Yeah.
That bit's good as well.
Yeah.
Even though I just want to say, because I just need to get out, when I watched it the other day, I completely forgot about this bit in the toilet fight where Henry Cavill picks up, gets John Lark and fucking just, throws him against that bathroom mirror. But it's almost like the two plane mirror, so he goes through the one side and the other side, then lands at the back of the second side. It's just I love the way that is just so much more brutal for the fact that he not only goes through one bit of mirror but another bit of mirror.
Yeah,
it's fucking incredible.
So hard through it. From there, it's fantastic. And then you've got Lex Kirby in there, and she is just a playful delight.
She's your Rosamund Pike.
Yes. Go on, Betsy.
I also forgot about the bit in the bathroom where they're fighting, and Henry Cavill's beating up on the guy, and then he knocks him down, and Tom Cruise just kind of looks with a look of, oh, fuck, is it my go again?
Do I have to get my ass kicked again? Yeah, but it is great that you've got a movie like this that doesn't have them as infallible, that has them as getting their ass kicked, not individually getting their ass kicked, but both of them getting their ass kicked at the same time. And I love the fact that I saw it in Christmas before and you got Henry Cavill and said, we kind of stole it a little bit from the rain.
Nice.
Yeah, so that was that. Bex.
I only have 7, so you do your 10, 9, and 8.
Right, cool. Ian, number 10.
The week of the Adam Sandler, Chris Rock wedding.
Literally forgot about that.
Which feels like it came out a couple years back, but is apparently a 2018 film. That's
just going on my list.
It's just nothing.
It's not even a film.
I don't know. It's the laziest fucking thing. It's just let's just make up something on the spot and get paid handsomely for it. Yeah, bobbins.
That's just got in at number 8 on mine.
Nice.
Yeah. So my number 10 is The Nun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was shit.
It wasn't great, but I won worst 10 of the year.
It was for me. Ian, what's your number 9?
Sherlock Gnomes.
Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. I can see why I'm that.
It's fucking Sherlock Gnomes. Moving on.
Yeah. My number 9, Bird Box.
Okay. Wow.
Okay.
Just watch the fucking road.
Yeah, there is that.
It's not. It's nowhere near as miserable as it makes out to be, and it's caused fucking idiots to fucking crash cars on Instagram and do stupid stuff because this is why we can't have bleak, boring things.
To be fair, those who do in the Bird Box challenge should watch the road as well.
Do you know what? Do you know what some of them should do? Watch fucking Bird Box, because I guarantee you they all haven't fucking watched Bird Box. They've just watched 10-second fucking clips on Instagram. God, I hate young people. Ian, what's your number 8?
My number 8 is Terminal.
That was close to being in mine.
Yeah.
Big. I didn't put it in there because of Margot Robbie's performance.
It was close to being in mine, but again, I didn't put it in there because of Margot Robbie's performance, and it's very pretty to look at as a movie.
Even though her performance contains a very bad accent.
Yeah.
But also a bit of Fletcher.
Yeah.
I just thought it was a bit I just thought it was shit. You know what I mean? It's just it's shit. I don't... Like, the thing is, now that I don't go to Fright Fest and I don't review as much, like, professionally, I don't watch as much stuff that I just find aggressively shit.
Yeah.
So, but Terminal it's a fucking shit film.
Yes. My number 8 is The Week Of. Maybe it's still a shit. I forgot it existed until Ian said it, and then I remembered it was shit and instantly hated it again. Becky, your number 7.
My number 7 is The Cloverfield Paradox.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Crap in it.
Yeah, well, cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your number 7, Ian?
Yeah. The Nun.
Is it?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
It's fucking. It is just. I mean, I don't know. Like, we've got a lot of time for the fucking Conjuring universe on this podcast, and it was boring.
It was originally my biggest disappointment until I realised that it was just shit. So I put it in my worst.
That would have been a disappointment if I'd done one.
Yeah. My number 7 is the Cloverfield Paradox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just in it.
Just shit.
It's just wasted time.
The only good bit in it is Chris O'Dowd shouting at his arm.
Yeah, that is good.
That's
That
it.
is
That's
good.
a really good bit.
Yeah. What's your number 6, Bex?
My number 6 is Red Sparrow.
Oh, fuck you.
Is what?
Red Sparrow.
Oh, really?
I just really didn't like it. Really didn't get on with it. Thought it was really intriguing, interesting premise that they just absolutely failed on all counts for me.
I liked Red Sparrow.
I like Red Sparrow as well.
Yeah. I'm disappointed. Not disappointed in you. I'm disappointed that I wish you liked it more.
I will hopefully rewatch it and see if maybe it just caught me on a bad day, but
Charlotte Rampling in the most Charlotte Rampling role you can find.
It was just true. It just had nothing to say.
Oh, well, I'm glad that you say you'll rewatch it, because I quite like to rewatch it anyway.
Bex, to be fair, Vice didn't have anything to say, and yet you fucking loved that. So
It was well done, though.
Red Sparrow's a better film than Vice is.
I disagree.
He gave Vice like 3.5 out of 5. What's your number 6? Ian?
Give Red Sparrow a 4, so you know. Charles Wallace.
Oh,
Is that his fucking name?
Yeah.
Wrinkle in Time.
I'm surprised that's number 6 on yours.
Yeah.
No one's putting A Wrinkle in Time on their fucking worst list, but everyone fucking thought that was just like it's a fucking shit film. It's shit.
Yeah.
It, you know, regardless of who made it, it is a shit film.
No comment on that point. My number 6 is Tao.
My number 5's Towel, by the way.
Is it? What's your number?
My number 5's Tao.
Is it?
Yeah.
Right. Moving on then. What's your number? My number 5, incidentally, is Mowgli, Legend of the Jungle.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's shit.
That's
Is
mean.
it?
It's shit.
You're wrong.
Well, then why did literally the studio just fucking throw it away at Netflix?
Because it feels like
It was
a good
crap.
movie.
Number 5.
Ten.
4.
Annihilation.
Oh, shit, really?
Yeah, it's just crap.
Okay.
Annihilation was my worst at number 11.
Was it?
Yeah.
I really, really disliked it.
You really did dislike Annihilation, didn't you? Yeah.
It's just pointless. It's fucking pointless.
Yeah, you really didn't like it, did you?
So is Vice.
You are?
So is Vice.
Stop using that as a stick to beat me with.
Ian, what's your number 4?
The Cloverfield Paradox. And hey, you know, that...
This bit worst of, is it?
No, if you were doing a bottom 10...
Yeah, I know. It'd be fucking... it'd be a banger, wouldn't it? Jesus wept. Like, it... It's just...
It's just shit, innit?
It's fucking awful. It really is bad. And just that ending as well, where it's like the fucking capsule comes down and then the Cloverfield monster pops up.
I'll link it in somehow.
It's such a it's such a good idea doing the Cloverfield movies. It's just so shittily done.
Yeah. They're so loosely linked.
Well, the first one wasn't even a fucking the first non-Cloverfield movie wasn't even a fucking Cloverfield movie. It had been made completely as a different movie, and they tagged a fucking road sign on the end of it.
Well, it's annoying because Cloverfield is actually quite alright.
There's weirdly.
That's so damning with faint praise.
Yeah, weirdly, there is a van that does the rounds in York. You've seen it before, haven't you? With that gets rid of Japanese knotweed from people's houses.
Yeah.
It's a company that gets rid of Japanese knotweed, and it has a big picture of the poster of 10 Cloverfield Lane on the side of it, and it says 10 Cloverfield Lane has Japanese knotweed, and look what happened. And then the rest of it is to call this company to get rid of the Japanese knotweed. And it's not a shonkily signed red van. It's like really professionally well done. It's so odd.
Nice.
So yeah, is it my number? Oh, no. My phone's turned off briefly. A Wrinkle in Time. It's just shit. I wish time would wrinkle so I'd not watched it.
Nice.
I didn't hate it.
Well, you're wrong. It's shit. It's shit. And I don't care how fucking cool the director is and how great she is on Twitter. She hasn't made a great movie yet.
I just say it's a fine kid's film for me.
It's shit. What's your number 3?
Hereditary.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Crap.
Wow, I thought you liked it more than I did.
Nah, it's crap.
All right, fair enough. Ian, number 3.
Escape Plan 2.
Which one, sorry?
Escape Plan 2, Hades.
Oh, that hurts. I haven't seen it.
It's on Netflix.
I know it is. I only watched it the other day. But I thought, this might be my top 10, so I better not.
It pairs fairly well with an IPA.
My number 3. What? Why do you keep making a face? My number 3 is Mandy.
Oh,
I just fuck up. It's shit. It's just shit.
It's not shit.
It's shit.
You're wrong.
I'm not. It's shit. It's out there subversive cinema, genre cinema for people who don't normally watch out there subversive. It's a selection of memes that people think are a great movie, and it's not.
I love Mandy.
Well, is it in your top 10? And it's in my worst 10. So.
A selection of memes that people think is a great movie. That's a fucking hell of a fucking state. I love it.
Bex, what's your number 2? Am I going to get angry?
No, you're not.
Is he going to get angry?
No, the people might though.
What?
It's Roma.
Oh yeah, of course it is.
Yeah, I'm surprised that is your number 1.
No, it's not number 1.
Oh, I think I know what your number 1 might be.
But Roma, what a waste of time.
Yeah.
What a waste of my life that movie was.
Yeah, fair enough. Ian, what's your number 2?
My number 2 is Gotti.
Yeah, there you go.
I've talked enough about Gotti.
A movie that's so bad we rented it and then let our rental lapse.
Shit, has it?
Yeah. It'll be on the streaming service very soon. My number 2 is Unfriended Dark Web, which I know you're both going to tell me off about, but I
What
hate
the fuck, Mark?
it. See? I knew you were going to tell me off.
You're just weird, you, aren't you?
What's your number 1, Bex? As if we don't know.
Bohemian Cunting Rhapsody. What a
Oh shit, yeah, of course
shit
it
that
is.
movie is.
Yeah.
The more I think about it, like honestly, it's been to use the word again, percolating in my mind since we watched it, and the more I think about it, the more fucking angry I get. I have to distract myself if I start thinking about it by singing Baby Shark in my head, just to distract myself so my brain's got something else to do other than think about the fucking pile of shite that Bohemian Rhapsody actually is.
Shark.
Yeah.
Baby shark, baby shark, baby shark, baby shark, mommy shark, mommy shark.
What the fuck are you two talking about?
And Baby Shark is this, and then Mummy Shark is this, and then Daddy Shark.
What the fuck is this?
Daddy shark, daddy shark. Grandma shark, grandma shark, grandma shark, grandma shark. Run away, run away, run away, run away. That's the end, that's the end, that's the end, that's the end.
That was amazing, Ian. Well done.
Thank you.
What is it?
It's what is commonly known as an earworm. It's a song, a kid's song.
I never heard of that.
It's number 35 on the Billboard charts, I think.
Cool. Right.
So Bohemian Rhapsody. Shit.
Ian, what's your number 1 worst film of the year?
My number 1 worst film of the year is American Fright Fest, a film that played at Fright Fest, which literally played at Fright Fest because it's called American Fright Fest. I don't know. It's just a film that fucking shows that Fright Fest is a festival that literally will just play whatever the fuck they can tie something to. Like, I don't think they're arbiters of any kind of quality whatsoever. Yeah. Like, it's I'm sure the people behind Fright Fest have all the love for the genre in the world. I'm sure they do. And I know they do. But having to program a festival that has that many screens now, and so requires that many films, it's the quality control does just go lacking, and you do just get fucking shite like this. And I mean, to be fair, it's not as bad as my worst film last year, Voodoo, which literally looked like it was filmed on a fucking camcorder 20 years ago.
Was that a Fright Fest movie as well?
It might. I don't know. I actually don't.
I think a theme of your worst movies often is that shitty films that played at Fright Fest.
Yeah, I mean, but I mean, like, that film had a fucking, like, Ron Jeremy had a speaking role in that fucking thing, for Christ's sake. So, but yeah, I mean, it's awful, and I just don't know who goes to see that and has a good time.
People who are having a good time at Fright Fest because they think it's part and parcel of it is watching shit films.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I question my time at that festival, and yeah, I don't know. It was shite. It was really bad. But I quite enjoyed my time singing Baby Shark, so that's cheered me up.
Cool. my number one worst movie of the year is also Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah, 5 minutes.
Good for you. Good for you.
It's a
Fucking shite.
it's a
Oh
movie.
shit! Did I sing the "Safe at Last" verse?
No, you didn't. You missed it out.
Safe at last, do 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 do. Safe at last, do 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 do. Safe at last, do 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 do. Safe at last. There we go.
Yeah, I still don't know what this is.
I'll play it for you.
Bohemian Rhapsody. Yeah, it's a movie that promised us like the fucking like this really meaty fucking like biopic of a really interesting character in music history, and then when you get there, you actually find out that it's not this fucking meaty ribeye steak of a movie that you wanted. It's actually this juicy burger of a movie that actually, because it's not giving you all of that, the meat on the bone and all that lot. But what it actually is it is a fucking cheese and ham toasty of a movie. It is very cheesy. There's an awful lot of ham in it, and there is no meat on no bone at all.
There's very little bone.
There's very little bone. It's shit. And what has been made worse is people think that it's great because they don't realise that actually it's complete crap.
Yeah,
it's not even true.
Bollocks.
And they've been convinced that Rami Malek is fantastic as because it's a transformative performance. Is it? It's him in a fucking wig, a set of prosthetic teeth, and doing a voice that might kind of sound a little bit like him. We don't know. We'll assume it does, though, because it doesn't sound like Rami Malek, so it must sound like him.
Do you know what? All you have to do is watch some video interviews.
People are very lazy.
Yeah.
So, yes, that was it. Noel's worst movie of the year. In number 10 was The Predator. Number 9 was The Predator. The 8 was The Predator. The 7 was...
The Predator?
It was The Predator.
Wow.
Number 6 was The Predator. Number 5 was The Predator. Number 4...
Incredibles 2.
Number 3...
Predator.
Predator. Number 2...
Predator.
And number 1...
I'm going to go Predator.
You're correct. It was The Predator. Yes. He did specify that it was all of those.
All 10, yeah.
For me, there. So, yeah.
He really hated that movie.
He seemed to. Yeah. So Noel's number 1 was A Star Is Born.
Of course it fucking was.
Yes, it was. And I'm going to say it's because he's a very smart man.
Did he give you a reason for why it was?
He said he just shouted by the wayside at me for 3 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, we cried a lot. What's your number 1, Rebecca?
So before I do my number 1,
Oh, you're going to do your honorable mentions, don't you?
yeah, there's a couple that would have troubled my top 10 had I not. Well, one wouldn't deserve to mention, and then the other one's just awesome. So Mandy is one of them. I fucking loved Mandy, and you are wrong.
I actually thought it could be in your top 10.
I fucking loved it. I loved it. I couldn't justify putting it in my top 10, but I loved it, and I will make you rewatch it.
I will.
The other one that would have troubled my top 10 is Brave the Insatiable Ones. I couldn't bring myself to put it in there because it's a documentary rather than a film.
A documentary film?
Yeah, but it still just felt wrong. And then the other honourable mention, I think, for the sheer scale and ambition of the project is Black Mirror Bandersnatch. I had so much fun with that. And it's not a film. Stop twitching. I had so much fun with that, and I think I don't think you can quite count it as a film. I don't think you can quite count it as a game, but it is a great experience.
It is just content.
It's great.
That's fine. Ian, what honourable mentions do you have?
So I have Infinity War, Happy New Year, Colin Burstead, Quiet Place, Black Panther, Teen Titans Go to the Movies, even though it's in my surprises, and the Peter Jackson documentary They Shall Not Grow Old.
My honourable mentions were Ian's mentioned there, Infinity War. I really liked, but just didn't creep in my top 10. Can't remember any other ones. I've got loads written down. What else nearly made it in there?
I have a lot of lists on there, don't you?
I do have a lot of lists on here. That's pretty much it. The rest of the things can go fucking self. I'm fine with that. Calibra.
Libra.
That's a good shout.
Calibra, I thought was fantastic. Yeah. Becky, what is your number one?
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun.
It will come to no surprise to anybody.
Ta-da!
It's Mission Impossible Fallout. I have not had any more fun with a movie this year, and that I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Could watch that trailer on repeat all the time. Still, I've seen the film. Still quite happily sit and watch that trailer. That deserves an honourable mention. That trailer is magnificent, but the film itself is just excellent, and it's the fact that you look at it. If you rewatch the entire franchise, they go from being this not dumb action movie. They were never dumb action movies, but they were just above dumb action movies. They were your standard villain of the day action movies, and then they've found this kind of groove, and it's been working towards Fallout for the last few movies, and the character setup they've got in there at the moment is great. You know, it's been consistently the same people. It's a team. You care about them. You're invested in their fucking journey. It's just fucking awesome.
They're like the smart version of the Fast and Furious movies. And I really like Fast and Furious movies.
That's a good way of putting that.
But that's what they are to me. They've attained that level of, you now know the team is settled. You now know that it's going to be fucking good.
Their family.
It is. And I do maintain what I said the other week about it. I don't understand how. I understand why, but I don't really think it's fair that this movie is just never considered for awards because it's a blockbuster. But we should take. It doesn't make sense. This is one of the best movies of the year. Unilaterally.
There's just so many great bits in it as well. Like when you watch it through and you're like, oh shit, I forgot that happened. You know, it's the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah. Ian, what is your number one?
My number one, as I try and work out our overall list, is Black Klansman. Spike Lee's best film in, well, frankly, since Do the Right Thing for me.
Yeah, I was going to say 27 years?
Yeah, something like that. It's sledgehammer through a walnut, but also is remarkably entertaining. It's laugh out loud funny. I think every single member of the cast is incredible. As I said when we reviewed it, the fact that Laura Palmer plays both Patrice in this and the love interest in Spider-Man Homecoming. Not Laura Palmer, that sounds wrong. It's sorely not Laura Palmer.
It's not Kiki, it's Kiki Palmer, isn't it?
No, Laura Harrier.
Laura Harrier. Because, of course, it's not Laura Palmer. Sorry. Laura Harrier. But, yeah, like the fact that she plays both those roles, that's really quite something that, you know, like the space of a couple of years apart. Yeah. John David Washington is incredible in this fucking film, and so is Adam Driver. And I think they're both getting nominations next week, and I'm very happy for both of them, assuming they do. I want Terence Blanchard to win Best Original Score. That score is a fucking banger.
Yeah, me actually, yeah.
So good. And the way that it tells this story, and it is just so relevant now.
Yeah.
You know, it just, and some people have been critical of the end of the film with the footage of Charlottesville and whatnot, and it's just like, no, that's the whole point of it. You know, they do have the Make America Great Again, America First, and you know, they do have these things through the film, but at the same time, they feel like legit conversations at that time. And it shows how things have changed, but also the fucking getting to the root of it of these things haven't changed for the last 40 years. And I don't know, I found it an incredibly striking film. One that has stayed with me. But at the same time, as I've said fairly often on this show, I don't think it's eating your vegetables. I think it is vegetables, but it's with enough steak as well. That it does that thing that I think good cinema does, where it tells a story in a way that engages the more primal, just kind of, am I being entertained by this aspect of your brain, but does also, it does make you think.
Yeah, it is. It's that, like you say, it's eat your vegetables, but it's such a nice dish that you don't mind.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Yeah, so
yeah. You watch it going, this fucking vegetarianism is fucking great.
Yeah, so, but Black Klansman, it's my film of the year. I'm very, very, very taken with Black Klansman. It lost nothing on rewatch.
That's good, because I've not rewatched it yet. And I was worried it might. I was actually worried that it might have been one that dropped out your top 10.
Oh God, no. Nah, Lord no. It was A Quiet Place dropped out.
Right. It's Band 1, isn't it? No.
Yeah.
It's pretty obvious, this one, isn't it? Tom Stoppage, Short Record. A Star is Born. I've not been as visually impressed by something in terms of it from the opening made me go, okay. I'm very interested in this, and then the title card being what it was, I thought was just a beautiful shot. It's one of those very rare movies for me that if you were to stop and take a snapshot of any scene in it, at any point in the movie, I think it would be a beautiful image, and that is what what drives us to be fucking chatting about movies at 5 whatever on a fucking Thursday night after we've all been at work. You know, it's what that's it. It's those little fucking moments that make you go, this is what it is. It's that. It helps. The songs are fantastic. It helps. The story is great. Bradley Cooper, I think, is fantastic, both as a director, as a writer, and as the star in it as well. It can be looked at so many different angles from it. I always go back to this. I've said it a few times in the podcast, but I'm going to say it again because fuck it. It has the balls to exist as a movie within itself. It's not trying to. It's not worried about pissing people off. It's not. This movie isn't saying at any point, "Can we say this now?" So it deals with its characters are true to themselves. So when Sam Elliott is talking about Bradley Cooper's character, about Jackson Maine taking his own life, he doesn't use alcoholism as an illness that he couldn't overcome. He basically blames him for it and says it's his fucking fault. And it's it's a very brave thing to do in a movie nowadays in 2018 to take that stance. And I don't think the movie is having that stance, but the character within the movie is allowed to have that stance. And you can't tell it off for that. And it both has brought me joy and a tremendous amount of sadness to the fact that I still can't listen to part of the soundtrack without bursting into fucking tears whilst driving along home from work at night. And it'll still be a while before I can do that. It is a wonderful, wonderful movie, and I cannot wait to see it again.
Right. No, I've got it.
Okay, yeah, I feel like I will talk about Star is Born again at some point quite soon, so I'm going to stop myself talking now because people have listened to us for a long time and are going, shut up about that film, Mark.
So, the Bastards Top 10. If anyone has been keeping count, please feel free to dispute this. At number 10, the only joint points of the whole thing, with 5 points, Suede the Insatiable Ones.
Oh, that's great. That's in the top 10.
After the Screaming Stops. And Happy New Year, Colin Burstead.
Yeah.
Even though... No, hang on. Fuck, I think I got that wrong. What did Noel place after the Screaming Stops and Happy New Year at?
Give me 2 seconds. After Screaming Stops, number 5.
Yeah.
And Happy New Year, Colin Burstead was number 4.
Well. Suede and After the Screaming Stops gets bumped off. You know, when earlier on I was a little bit like, what the fuck was going on with Noel's list?
Yeah.
I think I just found it. Happy New Year, Colin Burstead. Yeah?
Yeah.
Number 4.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 10 is Happy New Year, Colin Burstead at 6 points.
Yeah.
Number 9 is Apostle with 7 points. Number 8 is Old Man and the Gun with 10 points. Infinity War is number 7 with 11 points. First Reformed is number 6 with 12 points. Lucky is number 5 with 14 points. Probably would have been higher if someone else told me that they'd fucking seen it. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is number 4 with 20 points. Black Klansman is number 3 with 27 points. Mission Impossible Fallout is number 2 with 29 points. And A Star is Born is number 1 with 35 points.
What?
I'm happy with that list.
Try and give A Star is Born a hug.
I do. You're so angry that's not Fallout right now, aren't you?
I am a little bit, yeah.
You're more angry about it not being Fallout than I would have been if it wasn't Star is Born.
Star is Born is fucking straight off.
I think the problem is that we all placed... Where did you place A Star is Born, Becky?
4.
That's the thing. We all placed A Star is Born very high. Noel's
Right,
fucked you
I
over
want to
there.
change my number 4.
You fucking can't change number 4.
Bad Times at the El Royale. That can go in.
I'm surprised that wasn't in your 10, actually. Or in your other mentions.
It was close.
Thing is, even if your A Star is Born was completely out, it would still be number 4.
Whatever. Yeah, but Fallout would be number 1.
No, it wouldn't, because I'd just fucking take it on my list. No, it wouldn't, 'cause I'm not petty like you. I'm not Tom Petty.
Whatever.
I'm really fucking annoyed that I haven't seen one of the films in our top 10.
Yeah, I feel very responsible for that.
Every fucking hell. Right, okay, at least Noel hasn't seen a few of those, hopefully.
So Ian, you put out a message saying it's our review of the year show recorded tonight. We want your lists, your questions, whatever the goodly fuck you want to talk about. Go, you bastards. And people did respond. So Rick Kidd, at Rick J. Kidd. For lists, my top 3 was number 1, Widows, number 2, Black Klansman, and and number 3, First Reformed. Worst film, Future World. Biggest surprise, Tully, and biggest disappointment, Mute. Craig at Craig X Dawson. Sorry. Top 3 was Last Flag Flying. Number 2 was Leave No Trace. Ian has never been so wrong on a film. And number 3, he says that, by the way, I'm not just saying.
No, he does, yeah.
Number 3, I, Tonya. If you view I, Tonya as a 2017 film, then Tigers Are Not Afraid, which I saw at Grimfest this year. At Rich J. Kidd, 2019 film you're most looking forward to. We're going to do a list of that for next week's show, aren't we?
Are we going to do a month anticipating?
Yeah, we'll do that on the next show. And then Rick at Rich J. Kidd, cool, we'll look forward to it. The year-end show is always packed, and this year you've got 3 lists to the 2, so it'll be busy enough. Substitute question, what do you think was the development in the film world in 2018 which would have the biggest impact going forward?
I think for me it's got to be Netflix getting more and more flagship movies. They did up
the game this year by a long way.
And the fact that what it is 2 of my top 10 are Netflix movies.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big deal, isn't it?
Yep.
I mean, a lot of them are shit.
Yeah, well done.
As evidenced by our worst top 10.
Well, I think last year, I think there was like 5 of my top 10, and my worst 10 were Netflix movies. Ian, what do you think on this one?
Yeah, I think the rise of streaming is a massive factor. To be fair, just the fact that Netflix and Amazon are financing so many things. They are the places that a lot of prestige people are going to at the moment, and I mean it'll be interesting to see what happens once the finance bubble bursts. But I don't know. I mean, like, there was a thing that came out in the Hollywood Reporter today about the trouble that Paramount's facing due to kind of like bad bets and whatnot, and it does kind of feel like the system's getting changed, and it's like all it takes is for Disney to buy Netflix, and it's game over.
The thing is, these things they're cyclical. They happen every. You have a change every sort of 7 or 8 years. You know the way that the film is consumed and viewed and everything like that is almost like the cycle of like every 7 years it just flips a little bit.
Yeah.
Mine would be I think a rise this year again of cinema aimed at adults.
Mm.
You know, there's often a lot of films that come out that are aimed at kind of like the above 30 to 50 age bracket that aren't comic movies, because a lot of comic movies are aimed at that bracket. Mm. But often a lot they fall on their arse. Whereas this year, I feel like had some hits with it, and that was pretty cool. That I think there's been a bit of a return of the director of this year. Mm. I think it's become a little bit more of a directors become stars again, and that's pretty cool. That happens like every 10-15 years. Directors become stars, and I like that. What are you screaming first? But
I've seen the next question.
What's the next question? You read that next question then, Bex.
Hang on.
Is it that one there?
I've gone off it. Yeah, John Dangerfield at Dangerfield J. Best film of 2018 that you never ever want to see again.
Best film of 2018 I never want to see again.
Is it what we consider a best film of 2018, or what the world considers? Because for me, it would be Roma if it's what the world considers as best film.
I think it's
like our best film that we like, but we'd never watch.
Mine's First Reformed. I don't need to see First Reformed again, but I really did like it. But I don't ever need to see it again.
So I actually will watch that again at some point.
Yeah, you probably will.
A Quiet Place probably for me. I really liked A Quiet Place, but I don't need to see it again.
Yeah. I don't know. There's nothing that's coming to me that's like particularly that I really, really loved, but I never want to see again. It's a hard one because I get what they're saying. Like, just an impressive film that just. I mean, because to be honest, I would say Roma. I think because I really like Roma, but I never need to see the stillbirth sequence ever again as long as I fucking live.
No.
And that was an incredibly... Hey, okay? I'll feed him. Yeah, I'll feed him. Yeah, go on. Love you.
Plenty of food that I enjoyed.
Okay, love you. Yeah, no, it just... Sorry, Donna just came in. Sorry, apologies. No, I just like the stillbirth sequence. It's just like, that was fucking cheap. And you didn't need to do that. And you were just doing that to be a bit wanky in our faces. And I don't need to see that. And I don't need to see your film again.
No. See, Caliber I really liked, but I'd never watch that again.
That's fucking great.
That's actually a really good shout, actually, yeah. I think you've got it there.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I really like that, but I will never watch it again, but I really liked it.
Mm.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I think you won on that one.
Okay.
I think that was all our questions, wasn't it?
It is indeed.
Yeah, so that's our 2018 year in review show. To summarise, A Star is Born is the best movie of the year, as voted for by the Film Bastard. And Mission Impossible was very good. So, yeah, what we're covering next week, Ian?
So we got Glass.
Glass?
Yeah, Glass.
Glass?
Fuck off.
Oh my, we're watching Glass.
Oh, fuck off. It's...
With a bonus review from Mark on Split, which we watched the other day.
We did.
Yeah, I'm part way through Split at the moment.
Have you seen it before, though?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's just how I say Glass, by the way.
She was taking the piss out of me as well.
No, I was taking a piss out of Mark. Mark said Glass. Mark normally just says Glass.
Well, you say Glass.
Glass.
Yeah, it just doesn't sit right with me. But also Paul Dyer's Patreon review.
Oh, yes, we do, don't we? Yeah.
8.5.
Yeah. And I'm also going to watch, I think we're also going to watch 9.
I'm planning on watching 9 as well.
Oh.
So, yeah, good. Oh, yeah, you're leading.
So thank you very much for listening. I always love doing this end of year review show. It's always a lot of fun. 2018, as always, it was another great year for cinema. Every year is a great year for cinema. There's always great films. If you don't think there's enough great films out in a year, then you need to start watching more films that year. So thank you very much for listening, guys. Thank you very much, Ian.
I need to cleanse my kidneys.
And he needs to cleanse his kidneys. So we shall speak to you next week at Film Bastards, at Bexy Foz, at Ian Loring, at Dude Foz, Patreon/Film Bastards.
Patreon.com/Film Bastards. $2 a month.
$2 a month. Ian's first showing it about the was fantastic, and I do love hearing him get really fucking geeky about all these 4K units and etc. and things like that. I genuinely do.
And I'll probably change my mind next week and do a digital show. Who knows what the fuck's going to go on?
Whatever it is, I always enjoy listening to it, so I'm sure you guys will as well. Thanks very much, and we shall speak to you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.
Wish I could have said goodbye. I would have said what I wanted to. Maybe even cried for you. If I knew it would be the last time, I would have broke my heart in two, trying to save a part of you. Don't wanna feel another touch, don't wanna start another fire, don't wanna know another kiss, no other name falling off my lips, don't wanna give my heart away to another stranger, or let another day begin. Won't even when we first met. I never thought that I would fall. I never thought that I'd find myself lying in your arms. And I want to pretend that it's not true. Oh, baby, that you're gone. 'Cause my world keeps turning and turning and turning. And I'm not moving on. Don't want to feel another touch. Don't want to start another fire. Don't want to know another kiss. No other name falling off my lips. Don't want to give my heart away to another stranger. Or let another day begin. Won't even let the sunlight in. No, I never love. I don't wanna know this feeling unless it's you and me. I don't wanna waste a moment. And I don't wanna give somebody else the better part of me. I would rather wait for you. Don't wanna feel another touch. Don't wanna start another fire. Don't wanna know another kiss. Baby, unless they on your lips.
Don't wanna give my heart away to another stranger. Don't let another day begin. Won't let the sunlight in. Oh, I'll never love again. Never love again. Never love again. Oh, I'll never love again.